Fuck it, we're live. We're this thing.
Oh no!
Can't
The
reach
broadcast just said live.
We're not doing that yet. I'm throwing
No
in-
Sisto, no Jeremy Sisto yet.
Yeah, can you throw up a generic Twilight Zone background? Classic Twilight Zone?
I got just the one in mind. Let's
Okay.
see here. Okay. Here
So
we go.
Adam's throwing up a classic Twilight Zone one. I just started the podcast. Fuck you, Dan.
Dennis, I've been there. It's not bad.
Fuku Den?
Fukuden,
I don't get it.
would you like noodles with your fuk?
That pesky second U is fucking it up.
What's the
Otherwise, fuck Den.
Fukuden?
Oh.
Get it?
Oh!
Japanese is
So
funny.
I got this. I went to Wahlburgers.
Oh my God, there is one over there
Yeah, and
in Vegas.
I fully expected Don to be working the grill, but he was not. He was
What's going on?
Saw 47.
What's going on, bro? You want to bacon on that burger, bro?
You know what I loved about it is the fact that there's movie posters over all the shit they've done, and it's like all these Marky Mark productions that he's done. It's like hundreds of them, and then it's like Blue Bloods, New Kids on the Block, and that's it for Donnie.
Well, Sixth Sense.
Yeah, Sixth Sense was a long time ago. He just
but it counts.
weaseled his way back into that one.
Yeah,
Did it
but
show
they had-
Jenny McCarthy's pussy?
No, they had Basketball Diaries up, and that was before Sixth Sense.
Yeah, but that was Mark Wahlberg though.
Yeah, so they're probably
That's why. Yeah, they don't give a shit about
That's what I'm
Donnie.
The
No.
mildly, slightly more talented Wahlberg.
Walter Wahlberg, who's the third brother?
Mildly, slightly more talented.
Starts with a T. I forget what it was. He's
Is
the
it
chef
Tony, the worst Wahlberg?
there. Oh, there's like a fucking 11 of them. They have
Is there really?
They have a
Yeah,
story up. There was
They
like
had
9
a fucking
kids.
reality show for a while where they made hamburgers and shit.
Well, I knew that, but I thought it was just three brothers. I thought there was like the successful brother, the mediocre
show.
brother, and then the loser brother.
There's 3 on the show that were on there, but there's a
Yeah.
bunch of other ones. I
Oh,
assume
wow.
like 9 kids coming from Boston. 3 are dead. 2 are in prison. You know, that sort of thing.
It's a me, a Mario Wahlberg.
That's a wicked
Let's get
burger
a
there.
hamburger.
You gonna go get a burger over here? Come on now.
Go home, fuck your wife. Yeah.
Yeah, fuck your
How's
wife.
your
Have a
mother?
burger.
How's your mother?
That's great. Did you go to mass this morning? Did you go to mass?
Get a cold hot dog and a flat beer.
Did you see Father Connors? He's over there in the car park.
All right.
Make sure
reason
you
I
get
brought
home
up-
for supper.
Reason I brought up Vegas stuff is we're going to talk real quick. I'm just going to, because it's more for the podcast. You guys saw the pictures that I posted. I want to go over let me do a theme song
You're gonna go over pictures of your Vegas trip for the podcast.
for the video. Yeah.
And everybody
Oh, okay.
instantly clicks off.
Enclosed is a PDF attachment, a picture of yourself in a boat on a river. It's a river that flows in 2 directions. Make that 3. It's a magic river, that's how. And it's flowing down the Erie Canal to the scary door. That's Erie with 2 E's.
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
If only I'd programmed the robot to be more careful what I wished for! Robot, experience this tragic irony for me! No!
Hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW Twilight Zone review episode 222. I just wanted to quickly go over and review the Twilight Zone by Monster Mini Golf in Las Vegas because it was pretty cool. I did take a bunch of pictures and I shared it with you guys already. I almost wish I didn't, but it was.
I don't think I saw these pictures.
Oh, okay, yeah, it was in the group chat. They were basically. I heard about this place from some guy on Twitter. Sent me pictures, and I was like, I've never fucking heard of this place at all. Apparently, there's a whole Twilight Zone mini golf. Why have I never heard of this?
I've never heard of this. Yeah,
Doing the show for 5 years at that point. I've never heard of this. And I looked it up, and it's super cheap. It's like $12. Doesn't take much to get in. But let's see here. I took a bunch of pictures.
did you get a T-shirt?
A T-shirt.
There you go. That's
Yeah.
good. That's good.
Yeah,
That's a cookbook.
I spent $130.
There you go.
I got that. I got a glass.
Oh, there you go.
Nice.
Yes, that was
Got a whole
$50.
Full Rod Sterling's quote.
Wow.
I got a second glass. Has the door.
Another $50.
No, these are pretty cheap.
Oh, okay.
The sweatshirt is what cost the money.
Yeah.
It was the liquid inside that cost $50.
Little
Oh,
shot glass.
wow, they're really going all out at this place.
Yeah. And then I spent more money here than anywhere.
Can't imagine why. Oh, that's
There,
hot.
there you go.
That's pretty hot. Yep.
I'm gonna wear these. These are officially my podcasting shirts. This one's cool. It's just a Rod Serling quote. Imagination is limits.
That's fucking dope, dude. I like that.
Backside, you got the mini golf thing.
That's fucking dope.
But the sweatshirt, I only like hoodies that are zip up. So I can't believe I had one actually because it's Vegas. But where is it? Where is it?
It gets cold in the desert.
Yeah, Twilight Zone.
Oh, neat. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice.
Pretty fucking cool. But the Canamet shirt's the best.
That's nice. That's nice. Yeah,
They had
that's pretty awesome.
Nick of Time one, but they didn't have any. Like with the
that sold out fast.
Yeah, and I took some pictures, not of the shirt, but of the stuff. But basically, it's 18 holes of golf. It's in this little. It's in the bowels of the Bally's Hotel. You have to go down, and you have to accidentally wander into it. I believe that's the only way because we asked several people how to get there. They're all like, "Oh, it's over there," and we got lost every time.
Wow!
And finally, we got there, and it's with the first appointment because I scheduled the first appointment in the day, and then we're sitting there waiting, and we're looking at these doors. Let me show the picture here.
Did you have a guy that was like on a tram says next stop Willoughby?
Yeah.
I wish.
That would have been awesome.
Next stop, Maple Street.
So you walk into it. Where are the pictures of the doors? Where'd they go? I don't know where the pictures of. Oh, yeah, here there's. Yeah, there's a little thing outside. So the whole outside of it is all Twilight Zone themed too. Then we get in there and it's just it's all black light, and it's pretty fucking cool.
Oh, nice. There you go. There's that pervert.
Yeah, there's the fugitive that's gonna rape a child.
Yeah.
There's a Twilight Zone pinball that costs like $12,000.
How much would you pay for that in your room?
It's $12,000 if you buy it.
You get that's
tell me you at least thought about it. Where can I score $12,000 here in Vegas?
You could probably get it for $8,000 somewhere else.
Yeah, I got to fix it up yourself though. If you get it for $8,000.
No, I had to fix yourself. Probably get it for $5,000.
We took pictures of the dummy.
How come he's not wearing a mask?
I don't know. We had to wear masks.
Damn dummies.
Fucking
First of all, before I proceed, it is black light, so it makes me look terrifying. Not this one, but the later on ones.
You're covered in semen.
But here's the little, I took a picture of the guy's ass. Remember this guy from the big parachute dude?
That's right. Yeah.
From The Fear.
Yeah.
And I got a picture of the pervert.
Nice.
And then they had a
oh my
girl
god,
from Lonely.
Jesus.
But it's basically the reason I want to go over this is because every square inch of this place is covered in Twilight Zone drawings, and it's all painted on. Like I felt the wall that someone painted these. And it's like they're like the same guy, but
it's all designed to work with the black light too. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. They had the Surf Man book here, and they found this at I tried to buy it, but they said it's theirs, and I go, that doesn't mean it's not for sale.
Yeah. Everything's for sale, homie.
Yeah.
We found this though.
Nice.
And I took this for Adam.
Guilty as charged.
Kind of gives you a good idea of like a view of a bunch of the holes, and you can see how there's not an inch without Twilight Zone stuff, except for the.
Oh, so that's the actual course. Well, that's pretty impressive.
Yeah, I mean, look at this.
Oh wow, that's cool. That's really cool.
Remember this guy though? The fucking.
That's great. They took the worst episode.
Yeah, you can be the girl from The Fear that stare at him.
When you first walked in here, was it like when you were a little kid and you first went to Chuck E. Cheese for the first time in your life?
No, it's like when you find a Playboy in your brother's dresser.
Oh, yeah.
I was going to say, is this like the first time you put your dick in something? Because it's pretty amazing.
With this, because if you can see on the screen here, there's a guy taking off a mask and there's an alien underneath. So I'm like, I don't remember this from Twilight Zone.
The alien, the pig mask?
No, it's not a pig. It's just an alien. And there's a human face over top of it. I don't remember that from the Twilight Zone. But maybe I'm wrong. But yeah, they got this from the opening theme. There's the outside again, and they have a wedding chapel.
Well, there you go. Your problem solved.
Dude,
you should take a girl.
Yeah, you're all set. You're all set.
Can you imagine getting married at the
I
Twilight Zone
can't
golf
think
course?
of any other way. I can't think of
Yeah,
any other way.
Rod Serling impersonator is the priest.
No. He has a John Frankenheimer impersonator do the ceremony.
Both of them, and then I have a night with them, and then I get married.
That's it. 7 seconds in my ass.
Prima nota, where they get a night with me, and then they finally nab me.
Prima nocta.
Hard.
I got another one from you for Adam here.
That's a good one.
That's pretty cool. I would pin that up in here.
Yeah, they are.
Where's the masks art?
I didn't see any of the masks that I remember, but
you know what?
Signs right everywhere. If you see it right here, that tell you have to wear a mask.
Yeah, of course. Yeah.
At some point, send me that one you just showed, and I'll make my background that.
Yeah. But they have Monster Zoo in Maple Street, which was one of my favorite episodes.
Sure.
Yeah, they got this.
That's a good one.
Yeah.
Don't you remember?
Yeah, this is so fun. Cool. They have these books here. They're stacked. And if you're listening to the podcast, definitely go watch the video. I put the link in the description. But so the Puppet Golf is basically based around these books, stacks of books, and it all leads up to. I'm gonna get to it later, but here's Taki Tina on a bed. She was huge. Like I'll show you a picture with us with her in a minute. They have You Drive, Adam. Remember how much we love that episode?
It's a good one. Precursor to Christine.
I want this. It was pop out, so it's like a foot and a half off the wall.
It's hard to tell if that's 3-dimensional or not from that angle.
Yeah, I took one from the side, but it looks weird, so I just didn't include it. But they have there's me in the You Drive. There's me and Taki Tina. I was gonna fuck her up. There's me in the.
That's a giant. That's a giant. Did it pull out like giant cards that said you cannot leave yet? Oh damn!
This was actually the 18th hole, and it was like 1, 2, 3. So
Shatner voices.
That's kind of dumb, but
could you? But if you
huge, I mean, look at that.
That's big. That's hilarious.
Everything's made out of that foam stuff. It was really cool though, but it was sturdy.
I had no idea this existed.
Yeah, me either. So I was really excited when we got there. I'm like, this is the only thing I want to do. And of course I played with his ass because he had to.
What does it smell like?
The fear.
It's clean. It's probably bleached because of the COVID thing.
This one's cool.
Anal bleaching is the thing.
Anal bleaching is what you got to do in a pandemic.
Time Enough at Last.
Yeah.
So the books lead up to here.
It's not fair. Not fair.
So there's also a mini theme within the actual Puppet Golf that leads to this. So you know why there's stacks of books everywhere.
Now, did you find out who did this or how long it's been there?
I do not.
Well,
Monster Mini Golf does it, but I don't know who did the pictures and stuff. But.
No, but I mean, how long has this golf course been in Vegas?
I don't know. I could probably look it up. I just haven't. But,
well, I mean, these are questions I ask.
I didn't ask. I don't know.
That's
they had
fine.
It's a Good Life thing. They had Mr.
Oh God, no! Oh God, no!
Yeah, and they had. Here I am in the fear, fondling the guy.
That's good.
That's a good shot.
Yeah.
That's just odd that the hand would be right there on the balls.
Yeah. Like I said, I just want to briefly touch on that because I did say on Twitter I would talk about once I went, and I didn't think that would ever actually happen. So,
what was your score?
I got a 62. I came in second. She beat me by 2. So,
wow.
That's why it says Phoenix West Mini Golf Runner Up. That's my name.
Oh, I get it.
I tried.
My life sucks.
So if I could view it as a Twilight Zone event, I'd say 10 out of 10.
Really? Okay.
All the wall Twilight Zone stuff. And I don't know if you're going to find anywhere else on the planet with more Twilight Zone love put into it. And we are getting into the 80s and 2002 Twilight Zone here. So it's nice to have one last refreshing wave of old school Twilight Zone before we move on to this shit.
Yeah.
But as a putt golf, it's probably like a 6 or 7. It was.
Yeah, it looks pretty rudimentary. It's just
well, they have
not much to it.
Holes into.
Yeah, I mean it's a small space. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's still fun. Well, how much was it to golf there though? What was the price of a golf? Oh, that's it. Okay.
Super cheap.
Okay.
Definitely worth it. They're making money off the shit you buy after, and they definitely did off me because I
did. They have any of the old action figures? Remember, they had a bunch of Twilight Zone figures like a long time ago. Oh, they don't have them anymore. Oh man, I sold all mine.
they wouldn't sell me the Rod Serling thing up there. Apparently, that's part of their building or part of their stuff.
Whatever.
But they're definitely making money off their merchandise, and it's not even like crazy expensive. I just bought a lot. But definitely recommend going if you're in the Vegas area. It's in the Bally's Hotel in the Bowels. But oh, okay, Adam. Sorry. That's all right.
I live alone, and I'm sad.
If you're in Vegas, I was there 2 days, and it was the best thing I did because obviously for me, I'm a Twilight Zone fan.
Really?
I didn't want to be like, hey, I run the podcast, like nothing like that. It's like, let's just keep it silent. I don't want to be weird. If I had business cards, I would have left them, but nothing.
So I got the fourth biggest podcast on iTunes.
Fourth biggest.
Fourth biggest on iTunes.
4 out of 4 too. It's the fourth biggest.
If I keep
want to come over for supper,
let's go get a whole burger.
We have the #1 podcast of Twilight Zone reviews that are explicit and comedy.
There you go. You should just put all that on a T-shirt.
I think aren't we the only one?
Dick, shut up. The point is, we're #1 there.
I see.
As far as I know, we're the only explicit podcast covering the Twilight Zone. So.
I've never been #1 in anything in my life.
You're the #1 dick in my heart.
Hey, Dick.
Yeah,
you are my #1 guy.
Speaking of that, what episode are we reviewing first?
Right. No, he's got a good point. That's the end of that episode. I just wanted to talk about that real quick. So that's the end of that podcast. Go there. Do that.
It looks fun. I want to go. I've never been to Vegas, so that's going to be one of my first spots to go if I go.
Tell them LIW The Twilight Zone Review sent you, and they will be like, "What's that?"
Who
gets a podcast and show them?
I'll show them on my phone. Yeah, I'll put
Phoenix
it
is my boy. He gave me his autograph.
They play Twilight Zone radio in there, and it's like Monster Mash, and I'm like, oh, it's brutal.
He autographed my shoelaces.
Yeah. Until
I
next
use them
time,
to hang myself.
I'm Phoenix West,
and I'm Adam Wilcox.
Oh, we dedicated an episode to this. Oh, okay, I get it now. Dick Zone.
So long, citizens. And when that will start up on a new episode.
Oops. I thought we were going to go into the next one live, but that's fine.
No, we're still live.
Okay. What are we starting, though? Are we starting with 85 or 2002?
2002.
Are we doing? Oh, okay. All right.
Here we go.
Okay.
Let's do this one.
I was shocked to see who wrote this episode.
Talking Krusty Doll.
I'm Krusty the Clown, and I love you
So
very
Frank.
much.
That doll is evil, I tells ya. Evil! Evil!
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone Review.
I'm Krusty the Clown, and I don't like you. I'm Krusty the Clown, and I'm going to kill you.
Didn't even pull the string that time.
Hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW The Twilight Zone Review, episode 223. Today, we're doing our first journey into a lazy-eyed Twilight Zone.
Retarded.
It's the executions of Grady Finch. I'm Phoenix West.
I am Adam Wilcox. Rest in peace, my sanity.
Dick it in the Dick Zone for this Dick-tastic episode.
I've been in the Dick Zone a lot.
Yeah.
20s there.
What happens?
Yeah. What can you do?
I'm
It's better than being in the friend zone, Phoenix. That's all we can say.
Ambidextrous.
Andy Dick Zone?
Andy Dextrous.
If you're in the Dick Zone, at least somebody loves you. That's all that matters.
That's all that matters.
Right?
We're done here.
What's a cookbook?
Serving man since 1962.
The best part of that episode is the reaction when she goes, "It's a cookbook," and he goes, "Ah!"
He tries to fall.
It's the most ridiculous reaction.
Yeah.
But it almost ruins the episode. Where it's just like, how goofy is that? And everybody hears it, and no one else has that reaction except him.
Yeah.
So it's funny.
It's Twilight Zone acting. It's freak out, and then nobody believes you.
Yeah, and jump through a window.
Oh, we're having fun talking about 1962's episodes. So let's talk about 2002's episode, Executions of Grady Finch. It's,
featuring Korn. Yeah, Korn.
Yeah, what the fuck? Jonathan Davis was busy this year. 2002.
Jonathan Davis was a whore.
He's got Thoughtless, or he's got the Korn album came out that year, and then he has Queen of the Damned soundtrack. He did the whole album.
I
for that.
forgot about that shit.
Then he has this show. He did the soundtrack for this motherfucker was busy.
Was fucking
and how
king
many
of the world,
pornos did he direct that year?
I find it interesting that this had Korn and Mark Snow, so you had a little bit of X-Files crossover, and then you also had Korn. I'm thinking this don't deserve all that. I mean, I could really give a shit less about Korn, but Mark Snow, I'm thinking, oh my god, 11 seasons of fucking X-Files. Mark Snow did all the music for those.
Yeah, the guy's
cool
talented.
Shit. Yes,
but I have a question. Okay, but yeah, you guys are on the right track. I'm glad you mentioned this. Is that opening theme song Korn?
Yes,
because it sucks.
Awful. It's
terrible.
So bad.
I was shocked because
so bad.
When I heard it, I was just like, "This is terrible." Like,
honestly,
real bad.
Until I started doing this show with you guys, I don't remember this show existing. I don't remember this.
It didn't
ever
last
being a thing.
long.
I don't remember
was not
being
long.
advertised. I wasn't looking for it. There it was. I remember the one from the 80s, like yesterday.
I watched one episode when this was on live, and it was the Randy Quaid episode. I was like, "Yeah, I'm out. I'm never watching these again."
Yeah, I saw the Chris Titus episode when it was live, and it was like the first or second episode, I think.
Wow.
And I was like, "Oh, this is bad," because it was on UPN. The
Yeah,
channel
UPN.
no longer exists.
Yep.
And to be fair, though, to this show, it ran for 44 episodes, which
That's
is
quite a bit.
Two seasons.
Double what the Jordan Peele got.
I was going to say, we should make the announcement, Phoenix, that we just got today, the day of this recording.
Yes.
No more Jordan Peele Twitter. I'm so happy that we don't have to watch any more of that goddamn
I'm not
show.
because it was. I think they're starting to figure it out.
They figured it out too late, and you got to remember though they ended on the biggest "fuck you" episode ever, so that's going to be everybody's remembrance.
Don't
of that show.
worry, Netflix will pick it up or some other streaming
You might
service.
also like a big slap in the face to fans of To Serve Man. Just fuck you. This is our
CBS will not let go of this. No. CBS will not do that. They will not let someone else make their show. They did let out UPN once, and they fucked them over because the UPN show was awful.
What is, if I may ask a question to the panel, what is CBS doing for money? Because it seems like all of their shows are terrible.
Well, they must be successful.
CBS All Access, so they want you to pay an extra amount of money. It's not a lot, but they want you to.
CBS All Access is no more. It's turning into Paramount Plus.
Oh, okay, so they bought it and they're just dropping stuff that.
CBS All Access is just going to be. It's going to transfer over to Paramount, but I don't know if they're going to keep going with their Star Trek shows because CBS
they're not.
Is like.
I hope not.
They're not because there's a big article about that. Viacom owns Paramount. They don't own CBS, but CBS is a partner. Viacom hates CBS, so they're trying to figure out ways to fuck CBS. I think it's a Les Moonves thing. Because Les Moonves runs
some
CBS.
bad blood there.
There's a lot of bad blood going on there, and Les Moonves. This is his final. They're going to stab him in the back 40 times in the Senate deal. This is what they're going to do. This is his Julius Caesar moment. He's done.
Well, there has to be some kind of retribution for Picard, so I don't care however it happens, just so that it happens in my lifetime.
Sure it's public. Make sure it's public.
Yeah. I want to watch it.
In fact, televise that shit. I'll subscribe just to watch that happen.
Tonight on CBS Discovery, CBS Access, Les Moonves is executed live.
Paramount Plus, shut the fuck up and take my money, please.
Next week, we're going to kill
Alex
Jeremy
Kurtzman?
Sisto.
Jeremy Sisto. Again?
Just for fun. He's not doing anything.
He was great in Suicide King.
That's right.
He was on Law and Order.
Drugs help.
One of the later seasons of Law and Order, he was one of the cops.
He was like
He's
one
in a
of those
bunch of
guys,
stuff.
like Skeet Ulrich, where they thought he's very Johnny Deppy and he's going to make so much money, and they just couldn't get jobs.
Skeet Ulrich was just there to take all the jobs that Johnny Depp wasn't available for. I'm here. I'm the lookalike.
He was that special aught actor. Like the aughts had the weirdest leading men. You had Freddie Prinze Jr. You had
he's at least handsome. Skeet Ulrich looks like a fucking
Skeet Ulrich. Hold on, Skeet Ulrich is to Johnny Depp what Keira Knightley is to Natalie Portman.
Yeah, a little bit. I would agree.
Same thing.
Vastly more talented.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know what? Honestly, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Johnny Depp ain't that great. He just lied.
I don't think Skeet Ulrich is a bad actor at all. I think he gets shit on because of his looks, but I've seen him do stuff. I thought he was great in The Craft. I
think I quote Skeet Ulrich more than I quote Johnny Depp.
Scream. There you go.
Your mother was no Sharon Stone.
That was Matthew Lillard.
I know,
a better actor.
Yeah,
Matthew Lillard is one of my favorite actors. So.
Matthew Lillard is a good actor.
Why. I can see
Matthew
why.
Lillard is a good actor. He really is. He gets no support.
If you don't think he's a good actor, watch SLC Punk.
Yeah.
He's fucking amazing in that movie.
Watch The Descendants. He's playing against type, and he's like an adult. He's great.
He even in Twin Peaks, he's good, and his head blows up in the worst special effect ever, but it's great.
I saw that on Red Letter Media.
Oh, did you? Yeah,
that's how I ever watched it. I never watched Twin Peaks.
I watched the whole thing and I had to watch their review to understand what the fuck I watched because I didn't get anything that they got out of it.
Really? Oh, wow.
Speaking of Red Letter Media, I took your advice and I watched the Titanic episode this
afternoon. Good. Yeah.
And I agree 100% with every fucking thing he said. It made complete sense. It's the greatest movie and the worst movie at exactly the same time.
Yeah.
It's split down the middle, just like the damn ship. 50-50.
All right. Yeah. Let's talk about the actual episode, right?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. Written by Ira Stephen Bear, who's a good writer, which shocked me because this episode sucks.
This is a remake of an older episode, correct?
No.
I thought it was going to go the Owl Creek Bridge.
Oh, I thought it was going to go Shadow Play.
Yeah,
because the name Grady Finch sounds familiar to me, so this isn't a remake of an older episode.
No, there's one with Mr. Finchley, which is Thing About Machines.
Okay, all right.
This shit is just living in my head. Why is it here?
What, Jeremy Sisto or
no? Just character names and episode names, or just. I'm at episode.
You're great with it. I try to go out of my way to remember people that write shit and people that direct shit because you guys kind of made me look at those things a lot more closely than I used to when I was younger. But I'm shitty with names.
I don't know writers and producers as well as Dick does. He's amazing with that stuff, and between him and I, we know fucking everybody. So
you guys are fun. To listen to,
sometimes I lose. I'm getting older, so sometimes I lose, and I'm like, fuck! Well, I can't remember his name. Oh shit!
What kind of life can I live if I don't know Jeremy Sisko?
Jeremy Sisko, he's the guy that did that thong song, right? That's him, right? The thong song guy? Jeremy Sisko.
Good old Sisko. Is he dead? I don't even know.
Oh,
no.
The biggest movie I know Jeremy Sisko from is obviously Clueless. Plays Elton. That's his big movie.
What was he in Clueless?
He was one of the guys that she.
I don't even remember.
I don't remember if I've even seen that fucking movie.
I don't think I've.
They play the card game, the suck blow thing, and he kisses her.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow, I do not remember that movie at all. It's been a while.
I don't either.
Amy Heckerling directed it. I know that.
Yeah, I know. Yeah, I love that movie. I love that. It's vastly underrated for being a good movie. It's a good movie.
I think it's
starring Alicia Silverfish.
Yeah, but people think it's like a 90s movie. But I'm like, it's a really good movie. Your sister's calling you? Are you serious?
No. That's the other.
Your dead grandpa.
Thing. Yeah, that's the other.
You're a disappointment, Dick.
Hello.
It's my LA friend. She always calls me now. I'm just like, I have things to do.
Put her on.
Fine, I'll put the strap on.
Here, hold on.
Again. Whatever, have it your way.
Hold on.
Put her on.
She's off. Oh, okay. I'll just text her. I'm doing a
calling her friend a whore. I'm saying she's.
We just called you a whore.
No, but Jeremy Sisko and Alicia Witt.
Yeah.
From
yes.
Grace Under Fire, right?
I have a thing for Alicia Witt.
Yeah, she's also
smoking hot.
She's on The Walking Dead, and she looked a lot fucking older.
But she still looks good, really fucking good. Every time I see her, I'm like, God, she's really.
Grace Under Fire was like during my formative years, and I was like, "Holy shit, who's this? This fiery redhead."
Every time I see her in something, I'm always like, "Why wasn't she like a star in something?" Maybe that's just me. I don't know.
Maybe she's just a horrible, horrible cunt.
I don't know. I
now she works a lot.
I think she looks insanely fuckable.
I think she's a good actor. She was 4 in Dune.
Yeah. She was an urban legend.
It's true.
She wasn't.
You should show that picture of her in Urban Legend.
Eye Creature was the killer in Dune. What's her name? or in Urban Legend. What is that girl's name from Urban Legend? Rebecca Gayheart.
Oh yeah, the one that actually killed somebody, ran somebody over with a Jeep.
She's like a fucking eye creature. I don't know
the pale man creature from Pan's Labyrinth.
Yeah.
And you know who she was with for a long time? The Rat, Brett Ratner. I think they were a couple for a while.
Oh, so she's been abused. Okay.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, good.
I've seen her nude. She's not that great. She's kind of disappointing.
Sorry. Were you outside their window?
No. There was like I think it was like she was with her. She was married to the guy from that stupid doctor show, Grey's Anatomy.
Oh God.
TR Knight or the asshole.
Oh.
No, not TR Knight. The other, not Isaiah Washington, not Patrick Dempsey, but the other white guy.
Oh, yeah, the one that's just left the show.
Yeah, the guy that was like, I don't know, I can't remember his name.
Yeah.
But they had like nudie pictures leaked, and I saw her naked, and he was with her, and they were smoking dope in a bathtub, and you're just like, ooh, this is.
I thought you were gonna be like, I was watching through Brett Ratner's windows, and I saw it was more like Rush Minute.
No, actually, Brett invited me into the room because he wanted to show off.
Oh yeah,
check this out, bro.
Check out in public.
This is great, bro.
This is where I would show that picture of Brett Ratner with his hands down his pants in public, but I won't. Okay,
please do.
Let's talk about the actual episode.
Yes.
Sisto is being executed for killing a convenience store clerk, some guy. Everyone thinks he's innocent except the son of the guy who he killed. I did rename this episode, by the way. Do you want to hear the name?
Would love to hear the name.
I called it Plagiarist, Goddess of Primal Fear. Because it is the plot of Primal Fear.
Yeah, but he didn't get molested by the guy.
Neither did Brad Pitt, as far as we know. Or Edward Norton, as far as we know.
No, Norton was. He's on the tapes.
Maybe.
Remember?
He seemed to have liked it.
Well, no, that was the deal. Like he was part of recruiting girls and bringing guys over, and the father, the cardinal, would bang them and make videos.
Yeah. It's one of Edward Norton's many running through the city streets in his underwear.
Yeah,
that's how the movie opens with him running.
Him and Shia LaBeouf. That's all they do all day long.
Shia LaBeouf, he did that in real life. Yeah. He wasn't acting at the time.
He did that on Tuesday.
But he's about to be executed for this murder. They go to do the lethal injection, and the machine breaks. And then we go to our heavy metal Twilight Zone introduction, and then it looks like the credits are in Harry Potter font.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
It's corn font. It's edgy, dude. It smacks so much. This was one of the things I complained about with the Jordan Peele one. Is it's like you're trying so hard to appeal to the younger generation. We're going to bring in these youthful kids in Twilight Zone. Motherfucker, they already know about that shit. Everybody who fucking ever lived likes classic Twilight Zone. Every time you try to make it edgy and different and attract a new crowd, you're just embarrassing yourself every single time.
It was embarrassing.
Yes.
The introduction. I wonder is that the introduction for all of the episodes? I don't have an answer yet.
I don't know. I'm trying to think. Yeah, I don't remember
you
that.
got motherfucking Mark Snow doing the music for the episode, which is a good choice for Twilight Zone. You know, I mean, he did all the X-Files, and he's good at making like good, sinister, plotting music to move his scene along. Let him do the fucking theme. Korn?
Looking up right now.
This is Twilight Zone for the MTV generation.
Here it
Generation
is.
X. Dude.
Oh, let me unmute it.
I hate
Here, let me show it actually because nobody's gonna.
I think the magic thing is like 30 seconds.
The video itself, let's talk over it so we don't get copyrighted. The video itself is bad.
Yeah.
It looks like a James Bond opening.
It's very early CG jerk off.
I was thinking like a Chris Angel.
Yeah, Mind Freak. That's what it reminds me of.
Come with me on my journey. My journey into the Twilight Zone.
Dude, that shit's totally real. It's totally fucking real, man.
They have the stacked lettering, but it's so clean that it ruins it.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? Like, yes. I want a little fuzz on my Twilight Zone thing.
Nobody would know it was Forrest Whitaker if you didn't say hosted by Forrest Whitaker.
it's a shame they had to put his fucking name on there.
Yeah, because I like Forrest Whitaker. I think this is like just a complete waste of time for him.
No, I meant Rod Serling. Forrest Whitaker makes bad decisions. He can go fuck himself.
Rod Serling.
Forrest Whitaker was in the Scientology movie. That man makes bad decision after bad decision.
That I did not know. I was today years old when I knew that.
Oh yeah, him in
Battlefield Earth.
Yeah, Battlefield Earth.
That's right. I forgot he was in Battlefield Earth. Holy shit! Yeah,
friendly bartender.
That's one of those movies we need to sit back and watch. All three of us. Yeah, we need to do that.
Oh god, that's a bad one.
Yep.
I saw that movie instead of going to my junior prom.
What the fuck? I'll bring the popcorn.
Wow.
And I went to my junior prom across the street because that's where the theater was.
You know what? I respect that. You're a man that's committed to your art, sir.
And they
life.
And they told me I wasn't allowed in. They told me to leave.
You didn't show your Scientology card?
No, I'm talking about the prom.
Oh, shit.
I was kicked out of my own junior prom.
I went to the junior prom dressed up like one of those guys.
My high school prom was on a boat, and me and my friends decided we did like an Ocean's 11 meeting, a bunch of meetings in the park, and we're like, we're gonna hop on this boat, and we planned it out. Like, this is the plan of attack. We get there, and it was one of those rudder ones in the back, and we're like, okay, that ruins all of our plans. What the fuck do we do now? We had a canoe, and we had cigars, and we were out there, and we were like, nah, fuck it, and we just smoked our cigars and paddled alongside it. We're like, this is dumb, but we can't act like it's dumb.
Was it a gambling riverboat?
It looked like a riverboat, like the steam.
Was Huckleberry Finn and Tom Sawyer on the boat?
Looked like the boat from what was it?
And their friend Jim,
the movie Maverick. Yeah, that one.
Edward Jim. Oops.
Yeah, it was stupid. It was down the Lansing River in Lansing, Michigan.
High school was awful. The senior grad sober night was the fucking worst thing I've ever experienced in my life.
Sober night?
Sober grad night, which nobody was sober for, by the way. That was the joke. But it was called sober grad night. It was awful. You were forced there. You couldn't leave. They wouldn't let you leave for like 8 hours. You were stuck in the gym. Oh, so it was hell. I tried to run away. They caught me.
Wow.
They told me, you can't leave, Richard. You can't leave. I said, my car's right here. You cannot leave. I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? Yeah, I was 18, yeah.
If I'm 18, I go, why don't you go fuck yourself? You can't kidnap me. I'm 18. Bye.
I pissed on their grass.
They can't make you stay. Legally, they can't.
They did. I stayed. And the best part was one of my friends got so drunk. He was in the back of the truck in the cab, and his parents picked him up, and they were so humiliated. They just picked him up by his pants, and they threw him in the car, and he said, shut the fuck up and go home. And that was it. It was hilarious. He got out of that night, lucky bastard.
I would have a real problem. I have a real problem with people who try to force you to do something that you don't want to do.
It was hell. It was
that's how rape starts.
Oh my god!
You know? Yeah.
And we had one kid.
Why I never joined the military. I don't handle it well.
Yeah, no. We had one guy that was pretending to be drunk, and he came out gay in front of everybody, saying, "I'm gay." He had a mic because we had the karaoke, and he was like, "I'm gay." I was like, "Okay,
You're
we
singing
know."
all Freddie Mercury songs. We guessed that.
We already knew.
It's your fourth iteration of "It's Raining Men."
You're the only guy in this room that knows all the lyrics to "I Will Survive."
I know the lyrics to "I Will Survive."
Oh, you got something you want to tell us, sir?
No, it's the bass version.
No, Cake sings.
There you go. Yeah.
Cake's version is really fucking good. Look it up, Adam.
Cake is a great fucking band that I love.
I Will Survive. Cake. Look it up.
From Sacramento.
You'll dig it. Yeah.
They're a great band.
Okay, let's move on to the actual episode.
Yes, Jeremy Sisto. He is trying.
They talk to him, and they get a call, and I was like, "Oh, is this the governor?" But no, it was just someone saying the machine broke. And he's like, "I heard someone whisper." They said, "Not yet, not yet."
Spooky.
He gets to it, and then they have the conversation about this person got away. Saved him a year because the machine broke. They can't torture you. And the guy comes in, he's like, "No, fuck that. We're doing it."
Yeah. That's what made me laugh. Was this fucking governor wants this shit done? Yeah. He's the only governor that's actually giving a shit. No, he's gone. He's dead. I made my decision. He's dead. Kill that fucker.
The prison warden's like, the governor said, "Go fuck yourself." So fuck your rights, fuck everything, fuck due process. We're not even gonna go to a little side court on this.
Sorry, Jeremy Sisto.
In this situation, what gets me is the lawyer would go to a judge on the side, and they would put a stay of execution in.
Right?
Otherwise, the governor, if they wait past midnight, the governor would have to issue a new order. And he's like,
so dumb the way this is written. And it's not the first one, but I think it's the second execution, if I remember correctly. I watched this yesterday. The second execution is when, I think twice, they asked him, do you have any last words? So I'm like, why are you letting him say last words twice? He said it the first time. If this were me and I was getting executed, this is where I would just be talking shit. I'd just be doing like stand-up mic, fucking, Catskills comedian all the way. Like what the hell are you going to do? I'm like, I already have my last words, but hey, since I got a captive audience, here's a rap that I wrote. Just something stupid like that.
I did like the Groundhog Day effect where he's eating the chili cheese dogs and smoking. Yeah. And she's like, "Oh my God, what's wrong with you?" Can't die.
That's the most personality that this whole episode has. Is him with that one scene. He's got the fucking beanie on, and he's just shoving food into his face and smoking cigarettes. Like, if I survive several executions, I don't think a little smoking's gonna hurt me.
I thought he was wearing a beanie because he found Muhammad. I thought they were gonna go that route.
He's a Muslim.
He's a Muslim now. A Muslim.
What? The warden goes, we got a brand new machine. We tested it out.
Yeah. Okay, questions? Questions? How did you test it? Who volunteered to die?
We killed 45 rats in the time we were waiting.
We killed an elephant. We took an elephant.
I used it myself. Can totally...
Just like Thomas Edison.
They had a bag full of dogs for us to put down.
Works for Edison, it works for us.
Anyway, electrical fire after you passed out. Seems like him passing out would be enough. Because they're not going to execute someone who's passed out for some fucking reason. I also love that
it's kind of like you have to clean their fucking arm before you do the lethal injection. It's like, make sure there's no infections. It's like, motherfucker, you're putting him to death.
And the third attempt is an electric chair, which I'm fairly certain legally would have to be a separate order. Maybe even a separate
all of a sudden they just changed it's
they
like
can't do that.
No, because that's a judge's decision.
Yes, but the judge
and doesn't it vary by state too? Like some states do a certain thing, and then another states do something else.
Because some states consider that cruel and unusual punishment.
I agree, but I think I also seen like in movies they do that where it's like you're to be put by lethal injection or electric chair. So you get
okay.
You get to choose.
I don't know if it's one or the other. If one fails, you do the other. I don't think it's like that.
Well, I think they used to let you choose because they used to say firing squad, electrocution, lethal injection, old age. I'll pick old age. Thank you.
You die of happiness.
Venereal disease.
How about sex? Did I die having sex?
Die from venereal disease.
It's like that Futurama episode.
Snoo.
With that old joke that exists for 50 years.
But it's so funny, that scene, though, because he's laying on the gurney. I got it behind me. You guys can't see it on the audio, but he's laying on the gurney, and they, lower a mic down. And all I'm thinking of is, if this was an MST3K episode, they'd be like, hey, take my wife, please. I just fucking doing, stand-up, bullshit-ass stand-up comedy jokes. Like, take my wife anywhere. She keeps coming back. All that shit.
I think the second time he had a speech, he'd be like, was everyone here last night? And they're like, yeah. He's like, ditto. ditto. Right? We're good?
Either that or I'd have, the world's longest, most bullshit fucking speech memorized. And I would just keep going.
Yeah.
And going and going and going.
But what I love about this is that, so he's not dead. So he doesn't get executed. So they give him a retrial.
Yeah.
And then but we forgot the Asian kid. The Asian son tries to shoot him.
Real quick.
It's the third time.
Before we get there. When the third attempt fails in the electric chair, he laughs maniacally. And I go,
yeah.
Shocker.
I knew he did it, but that's what you officially know. But then they still try to do a reveal.
Wes Craven did this. It was called Shocker.
That's why I was thinking this was a count at Willoughby. I thought that was going to be the twist, especially at the end.
I thought that right off the bat when he gets it because they called way too late. And I thought that was the governor. And when it wasn't the governor, I was like, all right, what the fuck's going on? But I assume he was guilty right off the bat because it's the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
So, yeah, he goes to a press conference after the third try, and he's doing this whole thing of I have a guardian angel, and I'll save people. That's my calling now.
I am a god.
That's when we get the Batman Begins thing, which is the guy comes in, tries to shoot him, but the gun's not working, and he does more evil laughing.
if you're going to kill a public servant, I suggest you buy American.
Nice.
It's too small to be in the background, so I had to.
Did you actually print that up like on a nice poster board?
No, it's one of those.
Piece of wood.
Oh, it's an actual thing. Oh, it's an actual. You can take the letters. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I don't have another 2, so I had to use a backward 5.
Disgust me how everything is always completely and evenly spaced, like mathematically.
I don't have another F, so I used a apostrophe for
O'Grady.
O'Grady.
Yes, Cution's O'Grady.
O'Grady. Yeah. So
welcome to Applebee's. Our appetizers are executions O'Grady O'Groton.
I made this. I thought it was cool. I don't know.
It's cool. Not as cool as that shot glass and T-shirt, but pretty.
I watched Lost and Found first, then Room 2. So my order was all wrong.
Yeah, I watched Lost and Found last night. Then I watched Executions, and then Room 242.
I watched them all today.
Lost and Found is definitely not a commitment.
We will talk about the other ones later, but let's finish this one off. He goes to the second trial, like you mentioned, gets a not guilty verdict, and they do the full like chop.
Well, that's what I mean. That's when it was like, oh, this is going to be all Creek Bridge. Because it went, like, basically showed the entire episode in reverse. Yeah. Like that, it was like no, like all these edits, and then he gets killed by a statue.
Oh, I didn't think it was in reverse, but
I mean, whatever. Like they're showing like the clips of the episode, whatever. So I was thinking, he's gonna go all the way back to the first needle, and he's gonna wake up, and the needle's gonna go in his arm, he's gonna die. But no, it was much worse. It was much worse than that.
But before he gets killed, he reveals that he actually did fucking do it. Yeah,
which is stupid, which is so bad.
Like, it's so obvious.
So
he drew his guardian angel.
Yes.
When he's eating 55 sandwiches and shoving in his mouth like
French fries,
like Groundhog Day.
Prison French fries too. That must be really bad shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
No, they went out and got it for him because it was his last meal. So they got it from Winter Schnitzel.
He just had last meal after last meal.
I was going to say, I would maybe like do a little surf and turf and some shrimp and, whatever.
He does this stupid speech on the stairs after he gets not guilty. And he's out by the stairs. He's talking to his lawyer. He's talking to Alicia Witt. And he goes, man, who could have seen this when I walked in that convenience store? And she goes, I thought you said you weren't there. And
Stupid.
You said you weren't in the convenience store. And he goes,
and I just got done saying how much I like Alicia Witt, and I'm sorry, her performance is bad.
No, it's
really
not even
bad.
it's the writing. How do you?
Yeah, it's like she filmed all this in a day.
How do? Because it's so like you said you weren't like it's so.
Yeah. She's trying to act shocked, and I'm like,
it's there, it's done.
Yeah,
this is comically bad. Okay.
Yeah, it's UPN. She knew what she was doing, but Grady just goes. She goes, I thought you admit you were here. He goes, I didn't want to kill him, but he wouldn't give me the money.
Yeah.
So
I had to do it.
I had to kill him. And then he walks outside and he's kind of like ready to do his Nixon thing. And then everyone's like, oh, and they do the worst shot.
They had the musical interlude. It was like a fucking montage.
They had the worst early rock song.
Yeah.
What the fuck is this?
It definitely wasn't Korn.
Terrible.
It was something really bad. It was something
Korn, did he write it?
Very 2000s, yeah.
It was like an editing experiment where you see the statue.
It felt like a rock video.
You see like the fulcrum of the rope, and you see like, shh, and then it cuts to Jeremy Sisto going, and then, everyone's horrified. And
the statue is like going to hit the camera, and it falls on him. I laughed. I thought it was funny.
Yeah, it was bad.
It was really bad. But that song, I was just like, I was in awe of that song. I was like, they actually put late 90s rock opera.
It was like a rock video, dude.
This is terrible.
It felt like a music video interlude.
Let me find
it. Play it. Oh, God, because you can't explain it. It's like a bad 90s song.
It's like the kind of CD you'd buy if you walked into an old music land and they had the bargain bin up front with the fucking hole punched out.
It's like a Creed B-side.
Yeah, it's like a bad Arrested Development clone.
So bad.
Is that supposed to be Red Hot Chili Peppers?
I got away with murder. I got away with murder.
All right, here's the fancy editing.
Yeah, not exactly Owl Creek. Just saying.
No, that's what. But yeah, I thought. Oh wow, so they really went with it.
Keep running.
That's it. Then you see a statue on him. And it's the statue is the guardian angel he drew. But
Vendetta or
why
Nemesis.
was this the
Vendetta.
way why did this happen this way? How does this make sense? Because the statue crashes on him, and then it shows like, what was it? Nemesis. Goddess of vengeance. That's why I call
Nemesis, Goddess of Vengeance. Yeah.
That's why I call mine Plagiarist, Goddess of Primal Fear.
Stupid.
Because Edward Norton did this slightly better in Primal Fear after he gets found innocent. He has a speech with Richard Gere.
And that was 1994.
That was 96.
Was it 96?
Yeah.
I always get those years confused.
I love that movie.
I didn't hate the story until the very end, but the acting in this was atrocious, and the ways that the deaths keep getting fucked up is like comedy level. It's like parody level fucking.
It's not fun. They could have had fun with this.
I was laughing at it, and I don't think I was supposed to be. I think this was supposed to be serious. I'm like, no, this is bullshit. Especially when that microphone comes down. I'm like, is this where he's going to start like going into a rap or like?
I didn't think Jeremy Sisto was
in
bad.
The beginning.
No,
he was good.
Jeremy Sisto was fine. He's of that. He's a guy that probably would do anything. He just says yes to every work. So he doesn't care what he's doing. He just wants the paycheck. And during this period, he probably got $150,000 for this episode.
This feels like it was shot really fast and really cheap.
They spent money back then on TV.
On UPN?
They really did. They really did. No, network TV shit was big money back in the day. Now forget it. Now it's done.
This is not edited or shot very well either. I mean, you know, I stuff that I watch with you guys that we've seen that's shorter than this looks better than this. This look, it's just shot, reverse shot, reverse shot.
It's boring.
Fucking boring as shit.
Boring, not funny. It's just it's terrible.
No, but the other show it reminds me of is Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction. That was another kind of.
I used to watch those. I used to watch.
We'll watch that eventually.
I think that was also on UPN, and that was way.
No, that was Fox. That was Fox.
Originally, I think it eventually went to UPN.
Probably went to the WB.
Even though this came out in like 2004, right? 2002, it feels like mid-90s, like bad mid-90s.
Well, this would have been 2003, this episode. It debuted, May 7th, 2003.
It looks like bad 90s TV.
So this was like the last episode then, probably.
It's one of them. There's 44 this season. I consider this 141 for me, but they have it as 140 on IMDb. But I got off the episode, how many they did, not so much the release. I was going off stories, not the actual episodes. But whatever, who cares? But it's it was Fox all the way through. And man, that show looks way cheaper. Beyond Belief.
Yeah.
And you got Jonathan Frakes.
Eventually.
Well, I think he was first. No. And then who was first? Was
Brolin.
It Brolin?
Yeah, speaking of guys that were happy to just be working, Jonathan fucking Frakes.
It was Josh. What's his name? Brolin. James Brolin.
James Brolin. Yeah, that's another one. Yeah.
He just wanted to get away from Barbara Streisand.
And then they brought over Frakes after. So
then they got. Did they get John O'Hurley later?
Just those two.
Okay. I feel like.
Oh, we got a frozen dick.
You go really Frank's. John O'Hurley.
Oh.
Well, it's not. So this is the bad TV bottom of the barrel guys. Jonathan Frakes, John O'Hurley, the guy that used to be on Seinfeld, that was Peterman.
Yeah.
He hosts a bunch of stuff.
Didn't he do Wheel of Fortune or something? Or
he did Family Feud.
Family Feud, yeah.
Then you have Richard Carr.
You know what, guys? Episodes like this are the reason why reality TV took over.
Yeah.
Other than the writer's strike, bad writing, bad episodes like this didn't help. It accelerated it.
Every 4 or 5 years.
Pretty much.
Because
writers get fucked in Hollywood and they don't care.
They exploited. Yeah.
As far as thoughts of the episode, I'm curious. And let's be honest. I don't want to just rate this as 2003 schlock and let's write it off. I'm trying to be. I'll give my rating first because I didn't find the story that bad. It was piss poor, but it's UPN TV, and I knew that going ahead, so I didn't really factor that in. I just kind of went off the story, and was I entertained? That's all I went off. And for the most part, in this episode, I was. It was fine. I gave it a 7. It was fine. Wow. Didn't love it. 7's high, but the story, yeah. It was fine because I know how bad this show can be. So I wasn't miserable. Like
this was my first episode of this version of Twilight Zone.
Oh, me too.
So this is my introduction.
That I'm aware of.
I didn't even know it existed until I started talking to you guys.
It gets worse.
Yeah, that's why I'm going a little higher on this one. I wasn't bored. I wasn't mad. I was just kind of like, I know this is going probably.
Well, they're short. It's real short. It doesn't take long. 22
minutes.
Yeah, that's nothing. That's nothing.
So I gave it a 7. That's I'm probably going a little high, but that's what I gave it. Who wants to go next?
I'll go. I liked the story, and I'm glad to know that this, because I was thinking that this was a remake the whole time I was watching. I'm like, I bet the black and white version is probably better. This one is probably second or third season, something like that. Because I've told you guys I haven't had time to watch all of Twilight Zone, all the originals, but because Grady Finch sounded familiar to me, knowing that this is an original story elevates it a little bit for me. For me, it's very much between a 6 and a 7. I like the story. I don't think the execution of it was really good. I thought the musical interlude towards the end took me out of it, like way out of it. I thought his him just flat out blurting out that, oh, I never know when I walked into a drugstore that, it was just a little too on the nose. And, the fucking statue at the end was like slapping you in the face. Like, do you get it? Do you get it? Vengeance, nemesis. But other than that, it's not, definitely not the worst Twilight Zone. I'll go ahead and give it a 7 too. Yeah, it's definitely better than a lot of the Jordan Peele shit that we watched. So
yeah, when you were mentioning something earlier, I was thinking of that too. I'm like, Jordan Peele, this is better than most.
It's more clever than Jordan Peele. And I also like the Mark Snow music, so that kind of ups it to a 7 for me. But yeah, that intro is terrible, just really embarrassing. Yeah,
you can't judge the intro on this.
No,
you can't factor.
we're going by writing and acting, But it's my first one. I just don't think that the execution of this was very clever. There's a lot more they could have done with it, but the story itself was decently written. So yeah, we'll go 7.
Yeah, okay. Dick.
I gotta go 6. It's not very good. I think what I thought was going to happen, which would have made it more interesting and better, if he wasn't guilty, and that he does find this, or he finds redemption, but as soon as he's going to do something good, he gets killed, like unfairly.
That's what I thought it was going to go. I was kind of
he's going to save kids or something, and right when he's going to do it, a helicopter cuts off his head.
It would have been interesting. A good, if I was to write this one, I would have had it be where he sacrifices himself to save somebody else, and that's how he dies. You know what I mean? Like he puts himself above his own life.
The statue reads after he kills him. It's like Dick, vengeance of, or goddess of irony.
Yeah. I told you.
Goddess of
not yet. And it's Oprah. Look under your seats. It's vengeance.
I will say, I was looking forward to our 80s episodes today. I was not looking forward to 2002 one. And it turns out I was completely wrong.
Yep.
So,
no, I will disagree. I will disagree.
Oh, we will that
and I will explain why.
Curb that for the next one. Yeah.
Okay. But that's because this is our first time going into these for real, like as adults watching this. I haven't watched the 80s at all. And I've only watched a handful, and I don't remember anything of the 2002 version.
I always think it's interesting to see how they try to present Twilight Zone to new audiences.
Well, this is why I was glad I grew up with Sci-Fi Channel, because they used to have so much time to fill. They would always show like the old 80s shit.
They still Twilight show the old Twilight Zones on Sci-Fi Channel.
Tales from the Dark Side, Monsters, like all these shows that existed for a minute and then disappeared, but they were on Sci-Fi Channel once upon a time.
We learned do not get excited for Tales from the Dark Side.
No.
I learned the hard way on that one.
I tried to tell him. He wouldn't listen.
Great theme song, though. Great theme music.
Great. I hope we watch the movie together at some point, because that's fucking great. The TV show, not at all. Not great. The theme song's awesome, but that's it.
LIW Anthology Series review. We'll get around to those. Hopefully, we're not stuck with like the fucking O. Henry Playhouse.
Craft theater. Fuck you, Phoenix. With a craft
not based
theater
on a candy bar, by the way. It's based on the writings of some writer named O. Henry.
Oh, I thought it was the candy bar. You told us to go out and find Fuck you. You told us to go find a candy bar, and it wasn't even based on that.
I forgot about that. I totally forgot about the candy bar.
I wasn't going to get the candy bar anyway.
I went to 2 different gas stations on the way here from Vegas, and I could not find an O. Henry bar.
Oh, he put in so much effort. He went to 2 gas stations.
Yeah, I was there anyway, so fuck it.
Both Circle K's.
No, it was
racetrack.
Anyway, let's end this podcast, and then we'll move on to the 85 show. So next podcast is going to be Lost and Found. It's going to be about 10 minutes of us talking about that.
That's 2 minutes long. Come on.
And then we're going to talk about...
You can't break up that episode into just separate...
Oh, yeah, we can. Yeah, we can.
And then we're going to talk about Route 426 from the 80s.
Oh, my God.
For me, LIWstudios.com at LIWTZ Review on Twitter. Check out tomorrow. We're doing, or not tomorrow. Usually we do it on tomorrow after this, but we also do Anthology Series Review Live and John Carpenter Review as well. But we'll do that next week. But that's it for me, Adam.
For me, www.raiderslostflix.com. I review bad movies, sci-fi, horror, obscure exploitation shit, live shows on weekends. And then also find me on Twitter. Follow me at Raiders_OTLF.
Dick.
Buy my books at Amazon.com. The Monster Monroe, Richard Pierce, PIRES. Another Night by Richard Pierce, PIRES. Amazon, go buy them so I get some money.
And if you don't buy them, fuck you.
Oh, if we don't buy them, whatever. No one's bought them anyway.
You know how much fun we're having? I also notice Frank isn't here. One of those 2 things are related. Anyway, until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix Fuck Frank West.
I am Adam Wilcox, Executions of My Sanity.
Let me tell you a story about World War II and my wife, and about something unrelated about what I did to my head when I fell down the stairs carrying my newborn baby. There's always a sad story about something with Frank. Dick Stone.
So long, citizen. All right, that's the end of that podcast.
How are you going to do fucking...
I think you should make it exactly 5 minutes.
We'll do however long it takes, because it won't take long.
Exactly 5 minutes.
If you go back to Cleopatra again...
Hold on, save it.
Sorry, yeah.
Because you just burned a third of the episode.
That was the whole thing.
You asshole.
That was 40 seconds.
Okay, I know. Wait. Do you guys want to take a nice long break before we get to Lost and Found?
Yeah, I want to get through Lost and Found and then take a break.
Okay, let's just roll into it then.
Yeah, let's roll the fuck into it.
Let's play. Let's do this.
Hey, shut up!
I offer you a recipe. Combine 1 part small-town neighborhood with a dash of missing trophy, and what you're left with is a gumbo fit only for a madman. A gumbo served almost exclusively in the Twilight.
Hey, who the hell is that? I bet he took the trophy. Get out!
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone Review.
Hello, citizens. That one sounded fitting because we're also talking about the Orville. So I figured I'd play a little Seth for you. I'm Phoenix West.
I'm Adam Wilcox.
Dick it.
So, guys, today's episode is 208, Lost and Found. That's from the 1985 version of the Twilight Zone. It's episode 224 of this podcast. This episode is 5 minutes and 18 seconds.
Why in the fuck is it 5 minutes and 18 seconds?
Because George R. R. Martin wrote it, and he had like 5 seconds to write it, and that's what happens.
Can I be the first to say fuck George R. R. Martin?
You're not the first.
Fuck him in the ear.
On this show, yeah.
And the other ear.
Podcast.
Fuck him.
I used to say it years ago.
I have so much to say about George R. R. Martin, and this is what we're mostly going to fill the show with, because this is 5 minutes, and I have an alternate title for this. It's "Hi, you are important. Bye."
Do you know what, Phoenix? You can probably summarize the episode in is just as much time as the episode actually is.
No, shorter.
A girl and her roommate go into her college dorm. The girl looks down and stuff starts vanishing. First, it's her trash. I don't know what, she's amazed by the trash. And then her mug disappears because her pencils roll down. And then her roommate with glasses is like, "What's wrong?" And she's like, "Oh," it keeps cutting back on their lines. And she's like, my mug's gone. You know how much I love that mug." And she's like, "What's wrong? What's wrong with the mug?" She's like, "It's gone." And they cut back and her glasses and book are gone. And turns out that had nothing to do with the plot. That was just a weird edit where her glasses and book were gone.
And then her bra is gone and her boobs sink down to her knees. Just
She's
like
I'm pregnant.
Kentucky Fried Movie.
Yeah. I love Kentucky Fried Movie so much.
Okay. Adam, you noticed that her glasses and book were gone, right?
No, what I noticed right away is, and I had to rewind it because I thought I missed something. I'm like, why is she spazzing so much about something that I was not paying attention to before? Nothing is set up properly.
It had to be quick.
She's the most over fucking anal woman in the world. No wonder she's the first female president. Because she's a bitch.
If I was her roommate, I would have killed her. I would have pulled her tongue out of her throat. All right.
Okay, watch this. She's freaking out about her mug being gone now, and suddenly this is her roommate, and they're talking right across from each other. And I'm gonna play it right here. Glasses and book are gone. What the fuck? It didn't matter.
The Martin Scorsese edit, it's fine.
If you blinked, you'd fucking miss it. I didn't even catch that. You just pointed something out that I didn't notice in that episode. It's so devoid of any setup at all.
Well, I was paying attention to shit vanishing because they kept saying how shit is vanishing. So I'm like, well, she's completely fucking changed between those two shots. What the fuck happened?
We often complain on this show about lack of like we complain about padding. This just needed any kind of fucking setup.
That would have been a perfect side story where they go, "Oh my god, we're so excited. We're sorry. We wanted to see the victim. What victim? Oh yeah. Oh sorry, we can't say too much, but you're brutally murdered and you're famous. Yeah. You're part of the co-ed murder."
That would be like way too intelligent for even a Blumhouse production. You know,
actually, that's not a bad idea. You should write that down.
Yeah, you could probably
get that. We'll sell that one to Blumhouse.
Get some money on that. We want some fucking royalties too.
We're huge BTK fans, and you are. Oh man. You are so bound and tortured.
Well, we do have that society where they love serial killer shit.
Make sure you put some black goo in it too. Yeah. Put some black goo in there because they're always trying to tie a whole cinematic universe around the black goo and all the Blumhouse movies.
Well, I think we've stumbled onto something. This is actually a genius idea.
There you go. Nobody
this is a great idea.
But seriously though, did they air this as a 5-minute episode?
It had to be a vignette. Yeah, it had to be 3 episodes or something, or 3 stories in one.
Well, let me clarify that. It is the reason it's 5 minutes is because they did multiple. It's kind of like Night Gallery.
Okay.
This is exactly why I broke it down into individual stories, not the episodes, because this was packaged with the remake of the After Hours, the Mannequin episode of the original show.
Oh, okay.
It's Lost and Found, and then it's The World Next Door, which I don't know.
Okay, now it makes a little bit more sense. So if we watch this in a trilogy, we probably wouldn't be near as angry as. I mean, it's only 5 minutes, but it just has nothing to offer. Nothing.
Well, I'm not angry during this episode. Our next episode, though, will be a different story. But let's
see. You're right. The one thing that this has going for it is it is only 5 fucking minutes.
Yes. Dick, I can tell, likes the next episode. But
no. When we get there, I'll explain why I made it my own thing. I made it my own episode of something else.
You dickified it. I got it.
I dickified it. Yeah.
Okay. So it ends up. There's not much to say because she looked around for a fucking mug, can't find it, and she hears a voice in the closet, and she's like, "There's something in the closet." She's like, "No, there's not." And the fucking roommate has to go over there and open the door. It was like a overly bright, like overly lit 2 people in there.
Fucking Spielberg moment.
Yeah,
there's a total Spielberg moment in the closet.
It's a guy and some like fucking very 80s out Coke girl, and she's like, "Sorry, we were just doing nothing." And they reveal everything, even though it feels like they're not supposed to say anything. This is apparently 1986, and then they reveal that she's the first president of Earth, going back to Futurama, like we did in the last episode. And they're just there, and he's like, he was stealing her mug because he's a fan of the first president of Earth.
And they were dressed like Doc from Back to the Future Part 2.
Yeah.
They're wearing the same outfits. Yeah.
Doc and Billy Zane.
I would even go further. They were wearing the Heartbeat outfits.
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
The Heartbeat cosplay outfits.
If that scene would have ran on any longer, that we would have seen them licking the colors off of each other's rain slickers.
It was so dumb. But then he's like, we got to go back to our time. And she's like, don't fuck this up. Frank's here. Great. Hey, Frank.
Hey, he's alive.
Hey.
And he's got a new Pink Floyd poster. Oh, we know he does. That's his old one.
Yeah, they show They show
like 3 now.
They show they have like Polaroid. It looks like Polaroid cameras that have dates on them. It's like 1986, and he's like, "Well, let's go back," and he gives her the mug back, and the girl's like, "If you go back to Cleopatra, don't come back." And then it shows where she's going, which is 2139, and that bitch fucks off to 2139, I guess.
And that goes nowhere.
And then he goes, boop, 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 32 BC, and he fucks off back there. And then she just looks in the mirror and she's like, "I'm gonna stop skipping civics class" or some bullshit.
Yeah. No, she takes the textbook out of the garbage, civic book out of the garbage can, and she holds it. And she goes to the mirror and she goes, I'm gonna be mayor.
So yeah, I was just thinking that this is Mayor Goldie Wilson. If you just took that whole side plot of Mayor Goldie Wilson from Back to the Future and turned it into an episode of Twilight Zone, good job, George R.R. Martin. You wrote this. Pat yourself on the back and give yourself a gold star.
Darth Vader.
Why does this bitch have 3 of every book? Is she running a bookstore?
In case she wants to read it again. Duh. All college kids
She's
do that.
a fucking uppity bitch.
Considering the average college book costs about twice your fucking life savings, of course you buy 3 of them.
She's an anal retentive whore.
3 of those.
Jeez.
What the fuck is that bitch running? She's selling books.
Wait a minute.
She's freaking out because something's not in the trash can after she threw it in there. That's not something that needs to be freaked out about.
She's a horrible person.
But you don't understand, Adam. Rod Serling was able to make a roast go dun 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 and go to
This is George R.R. Martin.
George R.R. Martin wrote this bullshit.
I was gonna say George R.R. Martin wrote this episode.
If Rod Serling knew this was on his fucking something attached to his name, he'd be pissed.
Like I was half expecting the 2 college roommates to start eating each other out because George R.R. Martin. He's a pervert.
He'd come back to life and he'd slap George R.R. Martin in the face with his dick. He's
like one of those guys that would be like, and then the writer walks in as the pizza guy, and then they're just like, "Oh, he's sexy. Let's blow him. Let's double blow him. Get a little caramel."
Yeah, and then he lays on the ground and they both shit in his mouth.
That's going far.
And I'd watch it.
So
I would rather watch that because I go, okay, it's porn. I get it. I know what's happening. I don't want to.
I was going to say some of the best porns are 5 minutes long.
I would have loved it if the guy
matter.
If the guy went back in time.
That's a whole Pornhub video.
The last scene of the episode is the guy goes back in time, but he shot the wrong year. He ends up being an apocalypto, and he gets his head chopped off and his heart ripped out of his chest.
That would be
hilarious.
That movie was brutal. That movie was.
And
out of print on Blu-ray, if you find it, it's worth a lot of money.
It rolls down the pyramid and it stops in front of the camera. Whoops, wrong year. Wrong turn at Albuquerque.
Albuquerque.
Directed by Joe Dante.
And then it has a slide whistle.
Maybe I should have left out Gibraltar.
And while we're here, let's actually hear the intro for the 80s Twilight Zone.
Way better. I think
this is cool. Yeah, the intro is very cool for the 80s.
Let's talk over it so we don't get copyright stricken.
Well, it's the Grateful Dead.
It's way fucking cool.
It's Cherry Garcia.
Oh, it's way copyrighted in the hell.
2001.
This is a great opening theme. Jerry Garcia nails it.
Yeah, that's all we can really play.
It's great. No, it's a wonderful theme song.
It's a montage that pays respect to Twilight Zone, not trying to just be edgy MTV Twilight Zone generation. Whoa, corn. Whoa, corn.
Lost and found.
Hey there, teenagers! Put down your soap and what? You're so out of touch. Nonsense. Yeah, this is definitely feels like the intro from the original show.
Yes,
but this is an updated version. It's in color, and you got a fucking tarantula for some reason.
And they have a really cool, like Rod Serling kind of fade in and out. Like
that's a nice effect.
Ghostly image of him.
It makes you excited for the episode, of course. Yeah.
And you watch
the episode, and it's like, oh.
No, but this is the middle segment, a bridge between one remake, which is the mannequin one. And then whatever the fuck that third episode is, I don't know. the next
I
world.
kind of wish we would have watched it. Maybe I would have thought, and maybe I wouldn't have hated it as much.
Well,
I don't hate it. It's just nothing. It's just
There's a whole
nothing.
Whole bingo board.
Yeah.
You know how the bingo hopper.
Yeah, the bingo hopper belongs on Friday the 13th, the series. It belongs
I even
in
did
that
a
fucking
seance on it.
vault.
Nothing
Yeah.
worked.
You should. I think you should try again. I think you should bring in a
I think it's just
medium.
bringing more demons in. I think I'm fucking it up.
I think you should bring in a medium, and I think you should film it and put it up on YouTube. You're doing a seance on the fucking bingo hopper.
This bingo hopper is clean.
Exercise the demons.
Stay away
Where's Zelda Rubinstein when you need her? Oh, dead.
Right.
Shit. Maybe I can get her and bring her spirit in. She'll fuck with it.
She represents a
Well,
lollipop guild.
Listen, guys, I just wanted to pop in and say, sorry couldn't make it this week, but I did want to say Phoenix got the package today. Thank you very much. That was awesome. Missy and I were Missy was like, that's the coolest thing ever.
Oh, yeah. I forgot there was other stuff in there.
Yeah. And I just want to say thank you for all that good stuff. And the file that you sent works. So
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, everything works good. Just the box, dude. I took a picture of the box. It looks like somebody sat on it for 2 weeks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was all accordion and shit. It was weird.
Yeah, that was a brand new box I got when I went into the store. That's funny.
Yeah, like it went through hell and back, dude.
Are the cups broken? Are they good?
No, everything made it.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So I just
got
want
some Pink Floyd baby stuff.
Yeah, 2 Pink Floyd baby bottles and a Pink Floyd bib.
My hands sweat just like 2 balloons.
They felt like 2 balloons.
Whatever.
In his version, his hands sweat like 2 balloons.
And this shit
Things are different in the dick zone. You got to get with the program here.
Anyway, you're heading out, Frank?
Yeah, I'm heading out. I got to head to work, unfortunately.
All right, man.
Big
Thanks
thing.
for popping in. And give Lost and Found a rating out of 10.
Oh,
did you watch it?
Yeah, I watched it. I gave it like a 4.
What about Room 2426? Did you watch that?
What's that?
Did you watch Room 2426?
No, the only one I watched was this one
because it was 5 minutes. You fucking
he did the right thing. If he's not going to be here, he did the right thing.
Watch the short one. You got off easy.
Well, good timing, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, it was really the first one I went to, and then I passed out because I've been up for 3 days because the Hain Sport's been killing me, work's been killing me. So
I drove in from Vegas and I got last night, and I'm like, I'm not going to stay up all night. I'll watch this 5-minute one and watch the other tomorrow. So
that's the beauty of it. Yeah.
And then unfortunately, ISCP took way too long. The guests were an hour late. It just didn't work.
Yeah, I hate it when people are late. Isn't that awful?
Well, by an hour. Oh,
yeah, hour 17. Isn't that awful?
Well, I popped in to say sorry for being late. Thank you for everything. And I'm bouncing.
Oh, I know. I'm just fucking with you.
I know.
Yeah.
Don't watch last episode.
At least you don't have to watch. All right.
And guess who I'm seeing tomorrow night there, Adam? My fucking boss. Unbelievable. I swear to fucking Christ.
Oh, you know what I'm going to do? Is I want to do a little Kill Bill Part 2 for you here.
Ooh.
Let me Okay, here's Frank's category right here. There's Frank, and there used to be Frank. Oh, what about next week? Oh, your
name used to be here. Now your name's gone.
Damn, he's got a fucking attendance chart.
There used to be Frank.
Your name used to be here.
You're as useful as an asshole right here.
And that's
do you want me to leave?
And
do you want me to leave? No, I want you to hear this.
How many times have I said it? You got to wear that shit kicking hat.
Yeah.
How many times?
Fucking with your kids' cash is the only thing. Fucking with your cash, the only thing kids understand.
He calls him a kid, but he couldn't be more than 6 weeks older than that man.
I'm sure he is. Yeah. Michael Madsen is horrifically older than him.
Yes. Fucking with your cash is the only thing.
Well, before you go find Destiny. She's got a job for you.
No, it's Rocket.
Yeah.
Oh, Rocket.
Yeah, Rocket's got a job for you before you leave. That hat. That shit kicker hat.
Right. Yeah. And that hat.
All right.
Here, Dickie. Be somebody.
I really do keep a roster.
That's fucking funny. I'm just amazed. It's some of your spreadsheets, dude, just border on insanity. Just
I can tell you
straight up
how many episodes all of you have done on LIW.
You're like Stanley Kubrick with his cats.
I'm not amazed anymore, Adam. I used to be.
He's probably got a spreadsheet for every time somebody's like replied with "actually," like the word "actually."
But Frank,
actually, get your facts straight.
Because you actually get a credit for today for this exact show.
Hey, you get a gold star today. Gold
You've
star.
done 268 episodes on LIW. Adam, you've done 136.
Ooh, that many?
Dick has done 72.
Yeah.
Wow.
Well, Dick was on early.
Feels like we just started this shit.
I know.
Dick we did all the Puppet Master movies.
Yeah, a long time ago. Yeah.
You are bred.
That was a long time ago.
You belong on my channel so much. Then if you can get through all the Puppet Master movies,
those are tough.
You've seen one of those. You've seen all of them.
We saw Corey Feldman acting like an old man when he was 30. Oh man.
Well, that's just Corey Feldman on a Tuesday.
All right, Dick or Frank, if you want to head out, go right ahead. We'll finish.
Yeah, we're 25 shows away from 1,000 shows on ICP. So,
damn,
I know, crazy man. 7 years, I can't believe it.
Episode 1040.
We got accepted to Audible.com somehow.
A distant ship, smoke on the horizon.
How's that happen? Like I get an email from Audible.com saying congratulations, your podcast was picked to represent IndyCar.
That's cool. So you get any extra money for that, or they just give you a
no? I don't get a dime.
Get a gold star.
I don't get shit.
Participation award
and a wrist tattoo.
I don't care. I mean, I've never went into this.
Get a 1-year enrollment in the Jelly of the Month Club.
I thought I'd get a Dick Hart on there. I said a gold star and a wrist tattoo. Nothing.
Damn.
Sorry.
Still nothing.
You didn't pick up on that, really?
Nope, I didn't.
Wow.
Still nothing. Man will never wear a hat.
Nope, it's not gonna happen.
Be in the moment, Dick.
I don't have one. I don't think I own a hat at all. I don't have one.
I have 75 hats for real.
No. Nope.
Yeah.
I have an Indiana Jones hat somewhere.
I have hats at the ready, right here.
Yeah, no, I never wore a hat. I just can't do it. I hate wearing hats. I look terrible in them.
I can't wear headphones without the hat because it just hurts.
This is my ISDP hat.
Frank.
My Alice Junior hat.
Let me show you my Twilight Zone jacket I got.
That's awesome.
You need to show Frank the pictures of the.
Oh, and this.
That shirt's awesome.
That's awesome, dude. I can't
have to check out this video because it starts off with my review of the Putt-Putt Golf. So
you gotta see the Putt-Putt Golf course. It's awesome. Now, see, that's the hat. I can get behind that.
He has a great Indy. What do you call that? What's it exactly called?
It's a nice hat.
Fedora. Yeah, this is a Kubra. It's the real McCoy.
That's a nice one. That's high end right there.
Yes, sir. This is not a cheap fedora.
How much do they run?
$10,000.
Yeah, right. $100 million.
All right, let's finish up reviewing Lost and Found because we're talking about this long. All right, see you, Frank.
All right, guys, take it easy. Have fun.
See you.
Fuck you, GRM or Germ or George. Finish your fucking book already.
George R.R. Martin.
You fucking faggot.
He didn't finish his book. He should finish his life. Have 2 more sandwiches and he'll die.
You have way too many expectations.
So these 2 people in this episode fucked up the timeline so bad, right?
Yeah.
They fucked up all of history.
They really did. This is like what the temporal police on Star Trek would have a fucking coronary over everything that they fucking did. These guys would be arrested and put in like temporary or temporal jail or whatever the fuck they call it. Yeah.
I expected Dick to know this as well. The main actress, do you know about her?
No.
She
looks familiar.
Previously married to John Singleton.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's in Rosewood. And
that's why she looks familiar.
And then she stopped acting for a long time. She was only in a couple things in the late 2000s. And then
did she kill John Singleton?
No, he's still alive. Oh, no,
he's dead.
Yeah, he just died, though.
He died not too long ago.
But, yeah, she's in. I found it funny looking at her career because she's in 2 movies that I consider like very, very far apart from each other. She's in The Color Purple, and she's in Low Blow. which are just very different on the spectrum. Figure being 2 movies. I don't know what the fuck Adam's wearing.
Is that a David Bowie outfit?
It's fabulous.
Look at my hair. David Bowie in space. David Bowie in space.
All right. Fuck this episode. It was 5 minutes, and it didn't need to exist. It was like part of an idea. What the fuck is Adam doing over there? I'm gonna mute him.
He's going through his costume shop. He's got an Elton John's like closet full of boas and hair things, all that shit.
You're muted, Adam. Anyway, I would give this a 4. It wasn't like so bad I was annoyed because it was only 5 minutes. If it was 20 minutes of this, I'd give it like a 2 or 3. But it was 5. So it's in and out. You can't be that offended by it. It's just stupid and you move on with your life. Dick, what do you give this?
3. It's just it's so short and you know what's gonna happen. You know immediately what's going on. Oh no. They're from the future. Oh no! It's like, oh god, really?
Kind of like when you were watching Dark Star.
Yeah, it was like that.
Oh, it's Dan O'Bannon humor.
Oh my god, no!
Yeah, that was close to an hour and a half. This is only 5 minutes, luckily.
Well, it feels like George R. R. Martin wrote this on a napkin when he was at the bar.
This is what Adam says about season 5 of Twilight Zone.
Napkin.
Well, yeah, that's what it is. Yeah,
cocktail napkin episodes.
But this was George R. R. Martin at Jumbo's Clown Room trying to hit on the strippers.
Listen,
trying to hit on the kids.
Yeah, right. But he's writing. He's writing not on a napkin, but on a cheeseburger wrapper.
And he's in McDonald's bathroom by himself.
Yeah,
with his balls, like he's
trying to pick up some 5-year-olds. Yeah.
Fucking awful.
Fucking degenerate piece of shit.
Degenerate. You fucking degenerate.
I wonder if there's a series of these little 5-minute ones throughout this run that hint at dragons and just never get to them.
Yeah,
I hope
there you go. Like the
I hope that's the
entirety of Game of Thrones. Yeah.
Anyway, 4, you gave it a 3, Adam.
5, because by the time I started to get really angry at this episode, it was over. So I didn't really get the feeling of anger and irritation. I would, now that you tell me that this was part of an ensemble of shorts, I can't really fault it too terribly much, but it just doesn't have a lot to say. It's very juvenile fucking script. The characters are laughably bad because, like I said, this lady is like she's toked up on some bad fucking pot brownies or something. She's just paranoid. Like, what happened to my favorite mug? Yeah. She's calling attention to all these things that, as an audience member, none of us noticed. I had to rewind just to make sure I didn't fucking miss an important plot point because I was kind of checked out anyway. And then I'm like, wait a minute, why is she freaking out over a fucking garbage can and a mug and all this kind of stuff? And like you said, none of those things come back to play. So there's no, Chekhov's gun in this or anything like that. It's really juvenile.
The trash can thing, I still don't understand.
She threw something in the trash, and then she looked at the trash can, and it wasn't there. That's what happened.
The shot in the trash can is so dark. You can't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't draw any attention.
Yeah, I was like, what's her issue?
And everything in this room is shot from the same fucking angle, so it's almost like it's a student film. It's just dumb. I hated it.
Maybe it was.
But yeah, I would say 5 out of 10.
Okay, that's the first time I can think where you all had 3 separate scores.
It just wasn't enough to make me super angry, but I would instantly forget it if it wasn't so short.
Directed by Gus Triconis.
Well, fuck you then.
Is that a pseudonym?
He was an actor in West Side Story. And funny because he was a director of a Quantum Leap episode. In our next episode, we have a star of Quantum Leap.
That just kind of gave away my different idea that I have.
Is that another TV show with Scott Bakula? Because I could dedicate a whole episode to that fucking clown.
Okay, so 3, 4, 5. Good luck sorting that shit out. So we're overall with a 4. I guess.
Nothing above 5, so nothing worthy of note here. Yeah.
Again, I titled this "Hello, You're Important." Bye.
Yep, that's it. That's all it was.
That's all it is. But
it's something that would have been a nice little bit in a Back to the Future movie if that was all. But they already did it. Hey, Mayor Goldie Wilson. It's the same shit.
The only thing that would have made it better is if they showed that guy below her desk, like Marty McFly, like trying to reach up, like grab her mug.
Yeah.
That would have been more fun.
That would have been more fun.
That would have been a good.
If it was told by the point of view of the time traveler.
So what you need is you need a Zemeckis to direct this, and then you would have something like that.
Yeah, some fun, but there's nothing. It's literally, hey, oh, you're important. You're gonna Oh shit, I shouldn't have said that, but I did.
Or the other thing too that would have made this interesting is if they would have actually had somebody that was famous that the audience didn't immediately know who it was. And then you found out who it was afterwards. You know what I mean? So, but they just made some character up. And it's like, well, that was a thing. You know,
You're gonna be Halle Berry one day,
right? Anything, just
no.
anything
I still like my genius idea of her being a serial killer victim. And they're excited because they're just serial killer fans.
Or some awkward kid named Bill who's going to fucking invent a computer someday and become the richest man in the world. You know, we don't know who the fuck he is until like the end of the episode. Something like that. Anything.
Like, hello, student. One day you're going to be found on the swamps in a California wilderness, also Nevada, and a little bit across the country. But oh man, you are so famous one day.
One of these days, you're going to create a social network, and everybody's going to accuse you of being a communist robot. All right, that.
Or you kill the president. Like, I don't know, fucking nothing. President of Earth. They invent a title, and so right now
you made up a character that we're supposed to care about in 5 minutes. No, fuck you, George R. R. Martin. You don't get to do that.
Not just a character, but the moment I went "fuck you" was when she goes. Her roommate's like, "You're not going anywhere," and she goes, "No, let him go." I was like, "Fuck you."
There's a man in your closet in a dorm room.
They gave
Fuck
me
you.
the mug back, though. Oh, this is only about the mug.
They gave me my Twilight Zone putt-putt golf mug back. Thank you.
You needed the guy from, what was it, Black Section from Star Trek to come in and fucking, you just polluted the timeline. Oh, my God.
Tuvok?
No, the William Sadler guy that kept popping up in the guy that was always dressed in black, and he's from the
it's from like the Section 7 or whatever.
Section 7 or something like that. Section 8 or some shit like that. Yeah, that guy. They needed that guy to pop in there and do something. Just anything else.
Something. It needed something. It didn't have anything, but
it needed anything else.
LIW.com.
RaidersOfTheLostFlicks.com.
I have 2 quotes. Fucking you. Every time we mention William Sadler, I got to talk about Die Hard 2.
Yeah. Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
And I am Adam Wilcox.
Dick at the third.
So long, citizens.
Well, that was long enough, I guess.
That was longer than it deserved.
Yeah, goddamn. Now we're going to get into fucking bullshit.
I got shit to talk about.
Oh, man. Now this is... I was in and out of this episode.
oh, yeah. Okay, we'll talk about this, but do you guys want to take a break real quick?
Yeah, let's take a quick break.
Sure, hold on.
Welcome back.
Welcome back.
I was going to edit the episodes, but you guys showed up quicker than I thought. That's what
There
happened.
you go.
We got back at him. Okay, let me get my notes.
Notes?
We'll talk about 2426.
Again, I don't think there's much to talk about this one.
Oh,
it's pretty quick to the point.
All right.
I'm saving all of it because there's not much to say.
Enclosed is a PDF attachment, a picture of yourself in a boat on a river. It's a river that flows in two directions. Make that three. It's a magic river, that's how. And it's flowing down the Erie Canal to the scary door. That's Erie with two E's.
I just played this, sorry.
Bordering in Wonderland, the Twilight Zone review.
If only I'd programmed the robot to be more careful what I wished for. Robot, experience this tragic irony for me. No!
Oh, hello, citizens. Welcome to LIW The Twilight Zone review, episode 225. Dick got a text. Today we're talking. We got two. Today we're talking about Twilight Zone 1985, 322, room 2426.
1985, room 246. Why are we talking like Christopher Walken?
I'm Phoenix West.
I'm not Christopher Walken. I am Adam. Say goodbye to my sanity. R.I.P.
Dick Zone here now.
Welcome, guys. Okay. We have been teasing this episode the entire night. If you're in the podcast, Executions of Grady Finch, Lost and Found, and now we're here. We are here. And it's not like we're teasing some great thing we're going to talk about. We're talking about room 2426. Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. My fifth note is, what the fuck is even happening?
I'm going to tell you what was happening.
I wrote down exactly what you're going to say.
Did you really?
Part of my notes. Oh, definitely. I'll show you my notes right now.
Yeah.
Did you burn the notes when you were done, Phoenix?
Oh my God, this is like some unholy multiple multiverse thing going on.
You got that much out of this fucking episode. I
wrote, so fucking bored. Just quantum leapt out of this shit.
See, that's okay. So my deal was I was watching it, and what I imagined was Henry Dean Stanton is playing the character, or Dean Stockwell, I'm sorry. Dean Stockwell is playing the character from Quantum Leap, who is captured and tortured by the people in the Quantum Leap universe because they want to find out how he got Scott Bakula to go into different time.
That's more interesting. That's the episode I want to watch.
That's how I was watching the episode. I was like, I wanted him to say, "Where's Scott Bakula?"
By the way, I fucking despise Scott Bakula. I think he's one of the worst actors of our time. But this was me.
He's
Dick.
a TV actor.
This was me watching this. All right. Oh my God, I love Dean Stockwell. Cool. Okay, this is about remote viewing, and then. And I'm dead, and then I wake up and I'm like, fuck, I missed it. Then I back it up and I back up to the episode before that by accident. And then I go back to the spot where I left off. Then I wind up watching the whole thing over again, and I fucking passed out again.
I wouldn't watch this again.
I passed out twice watching a 22-minute episode of The Twilight Zone. What is the fucking problem?
I was eating dinner during it, so that helped.
Yeah,
maybe that's what I needed. I had no reason to fall asleep watching this other than I was just completely bored out of my fucking skull.
I had a wonderful piece of homemade lasagna with some salad and some French bread, a little bit of vino.
Of course you had French bread.
Of course
you had French bread.
And my vino, it's delightful.
Cereal. You dip it in the fucking milk. And
he has, his cereal is just little French breads floating around in the milk.
That's amore.
Mamma mia.
Cinnamon French bread toast. Yeah. Delicious.
I love Dean Stockwell. I loved him in Battlestar Galactica. He's one of my favorite characters on that show. I'm not going to say anything more about that for anybody that hasn't seen Battlestar Galactica. Just watch that. I liked him in that crazy fucking David Lynch Dune movie. I'm a big fan of him, so I was excited that he was there.
He's a good actor.
I was excited that maybe this was going to be something about remote viewing, but then I realized that everything about remote viewing is never as good as it is advertised. And something I remembered immediately was The Men Who Stared at Goats. I had such high expectations for that movie.
Can you give us an idea of what remote viewing is, in case people don't know what remote viewing is?
It is basically astral projection.
I was just going to say that exact term.
Yeah, zooming out and leaving, having an outer body experience.
Hold on. Do you remember The Last Jedi?
Yeah, unfortunately, I can't forget that shit. Yeah, that was remote viewing. Now it's a Jedi power. But it is something that people believe exists, but every time I want to watch something about it, it always winds up being the most boring thing. It's almost like I go into a coma and I just mentally check out of whatever situation I'm in while watching what remote viewing actually is. It's like my mind goes elsewhere.
But here's the twist on the episode. That's not what it was about at all.
Exactly.
It was about teleportation.
No,
which is remote viewing, basically.
Yeah, he was a level above. He was.
I don't think remote viewing was a term when this episode was coined. That's what they call it now. But astral projection, remote viewing, it's the same thing. I think they don't call it astral projection anymore because it sounds like it's, I don't know, either something dirty or something just like way too bizarre. I don't know, but it's
no, it's because people can't pronounce it because people.
It's
are so
MK Ultra.
Now.
It's The Men Who Stare at Goats. It's the same shit. It's the exact same fucking concept.
It's Andrew. It's Andrew. What's his name? Andrew K. The party all the time guy.
Andrew WK.
Andrew WK.
Yeah.
Party all the time.
Party all the time. I want to party all the time.
Yeah.
He Astro projected his way out of a career.
Yeah,
I like that we did 3 episodes this week, and this is part 2 of our incarcerated episode. What are they at? What are they at? The bingo ball.
I was thinking that too. I'm like, the bingo ball knows what it's doing here.
Yeah.
Here's another thing where a guy is in prison. I'm like, can we just get out of the jails today? Or
we've never done 2 Tales from the Crypt episodes from the bingo hopper on the same week, but I'm pretty sure they would both be about paintings. Like we could just get them all out of the way if we did it.
This is one of the most lowest energy performances in Dean Stockwell's career that I've ever seen. Usually he brings a lot to the table. He's one of my favorite, character actors, and he's sleepwalking through this shit.
R.I.P. Dean Stockwell was also in the original Twilight Zone show. He's in Equality and Mercy.
Is he dead?
Yeah.
Is he?
It's kind of like a. No, he's alive. Holy shit.
Yeah, he's not dead.
I have no idea.
I didn't think he was dead, yeah.
Hold on.
No, yeah, he's alive.
Battlestar wasn't that fucking long ago.
Yeah.
But I have for all 3 episodes today, I made a title for. I call this one Inception of the Obsolete Marathon Man.
Even the title's more interesting than the actual episode.
Because this is Room 2426. Did you guys see that written somewhere? I didn't see it.
They said it. They didn't show it. They said it. It was expositioned at the end.
It is the laziest fucking episode.
Oh,
let me change it. Sorry, here we go. There we go. On the bottom scroll.
There you go.
I changed the ticker.
See, we were so checked out. We were pretending we were talking about a different episode. We remote viewed our way out of this one.
This episode was fucking boring because it was
Terrible
just Dean
boring.
Stockwell in a prison cell, getting interrogated by a senior citizen going, "Where are the notebooks? You're going to tell me where they are, blah, 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 blah." And then they keep doing flashbacks.
No idea where they are. No idea
What the
why they're
notebooks
there.
are.
No idea what the fucking notebooks contain. Ever.
Because he goes, "Well, I'm a scientist. I understand. I want to scientifically explore things." And he goes, "I also feel the same. Yes." And I'm sure Dick got hard here because he was the marathon man.
I did. I was with my French bread, so I didn't care.
Don't get too excited. It's not Joseph Mengele.
Yeah, he gets tortured.
Can't win them
then
all.
It cuts to Dean Stockwell, like kind of doing the same thing to someone else, and I'm like, is he really a good guy if he's doing this to someone else? It seems like his experience.
Is he a scientist, or is he really that stupid to think that big giant place that he's in would just throw some random guy in with him
Yeah.
Well, at first I thought he didn't fall for it because at the end they kept doing those weird close-ups of Dean Stockwell. They were out of nowhere, and I felt like, oh, he just figured it out that this is all a trap. But that wasn't the case at all.
But no, it was.
Well, no, it was a trap, but I thought he knew it was a trap. He didn't know it was a trap, so he fucked up, and he gives away everything because he's weak and destroyed, and they've they all fall lighted him. There's
a movie at the end because I don't.
Okay,
I have
ahead.
no. I'm going exactly what Dick just said. Is I want to talk about the ending because
yes,
I think we'll all have our own interpretation, and I'm curious. But Adam, what were you going to say?
No, there was a movie with James Garner, and I was hoping you guys could remember the name of it. He's a he wakes up in a prison. But they give you the setup beforehand. Except no, it's James Garner, the guy from the Rockford Files. That guy, and he wakes up in a hospital. He's from World War II, all right, and they make it like wakes up 10 years later. They make him look old. It's all Germans pretending to be Americans, and he's in some kind of military hospital, and they're trying to get a certain like area or date or time out of him. But the thing that's clever about it is they let you know in the beginning how this elaborate setup they've got to try to get this information out of this guy. This shit's been done before. They did this. They did it in fucking Enterprise recently. It was actually more cleverly done there. The setup in which you put somebody in a scenario where they think they've escaped, and it's actually an elaborate ruse to get information out of somebody.
I am curious what that is then.
I wish to God I could remember the name of that movie, but I could look up the Star Trek episode that I watched. That's basically the same shit. But yeah, it's when you take a prisoner and you make them think that they've been in a coma and they wake up and they're older. You make them look older and all this kind of shit.
Oh, is it Grand Prix from 1966? Oh no,
John Frankenheimer.
That's not Frankenheimer. No, nice try, very cute. We couldn't get through an episode without a Frankenheimer reference.
We got through two, and now we're on a third.
This is a record now, I think.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know, but yeah, I've seen this sort of shit before. It's like I said, that's why I included Inception of the Obsolete Marathon Man, because didn't the dialogue that the torturer guy remind you of the Obsolete Man, Adam? He says
that's what I thought this was a remake of that episode.
Yeah. His dialogue sounded just like Fritz Weaver.
Obsolete.
Yeah.
That's an
insult. So I found the title. It was 8 Simple Rules for Dating My Teenage Daughter.
Oh,
James Gardner.
It was a Notebook.
He was in 45 episodes.
It's a movie, and I'll find it in a minute here.
Space Cowboys?
Divine Secrets of the Ya-Ya Sisterhood.
I think the movie was in black and white, so it's an older one.
I was watching some old episodes of Maverick the other day, though. I'm like, this show's pretty good.
There's some good old Western shows out there.
Yeah.
Paladin's good. I like that one.
Here it is. It's called 36 Hours, 1964.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Germans kidnap an American major and try to convince him that the World War II is over so they can get details about the Allied invasion of Europe out of him. Very elaborate setup. They have this whole hospital, this whole base. They have him wake up. You know, they kidnap him. They put him, but they give you the setup. Like all these Germans learned how to speak American, all this kind of shit. Convince him that he, woke up and.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah,
it's not my fault.
It's not your fault.
Never mind.
It's not your fault.
You're just suddenly in the middle of a big text exchange.
It's not your fault.
It's not my fault because people want to do some fucking stupid D&D birthday party thing.
It's not
because everybody's got COVID. They don't want to go outside. They got to go online because you can't go talk to each other because of COVID. This isn't the fucking Spanish flu, asshole. Get over it. Sorry. I'm sorry.
Anyway.
Teleportation.
Okay. I love when he's talking to that guy they put in his cell. And it's clearly the guy he was also working on the experiments with. And they're kind of, eventually at one point, they're playing like mental chess. He's like, I can't even picture the board anymore, man. I'm freaking out. Why don't you tell me where the notebooks are? That'd be a fun conversation piece. Like, so obviously hinting at he's part of this setup. And I have nothing to say about what the fuck happens in the interim. Eventually they talk about it and they're talking in a room and they look over and Dean Stockwell's like, bloop, and he just
I think even Dean Stockwell was falling asleep during this episode while making it.
He was an idealist. Oh, you know these scientists. He's an idealist. He has no imagination. Oh my God, he teleported away.
Yeah. Well, I said he quantum leapt out of this shit. That's my note.
Yeah, well, that's fine.
He's like, fuck this, bye. Whoop.
I'm telling you, my version's better. He's the same character from Quantum Leap. And Quantum Leap, the world is a shitty authoritarian state that want to know how Scott Bakula got to go be the prom queen in one episode.
What's worse, man? Scott Bakula in Quantum Leap or Jerry O'Connell in Sliders?
Jerry O'Connell in Sliders.
For sure. Yeah. I'm not a fan of Scott Bakula, but I guess it's better than Jerry O'Connell.
I have a glimpse of Gorn in that episode, or in Quantum Leap. Oh, fucking Sliders was like a show that they pitched like it was the greatest show ever, and you watch it and you're like, oh.
They really tried to brainwash people into thinking that was something, and that's another one of those ones where it would just put me to sleep. I'm like, this is
show
boring.
They did that. The next show they did that with that I can think of is that Joshua Jackson show with J.J. Abrams. What was the
Fringe?
Fringe. They're like, it's the greatest show ever, and you watch it and you're like, I'm fucking bored.
Fringe was on forever. It would never go away.
Was good for about a season, and then it just really shit the bed hard. It went full J.J. Abrams, and I was like,
I watched like 4 or 5 episodes. I go, okay, fuck this, bye.
Yeah, I did too. I got to the point to where I would have to pause things to understand what was going on. I'm like, no.
Yeah, I can't watch anymore. You know what? I can't watch television shows because of Lost. I really can't.
It's one of those shows where there's so many alternate timelines that you have to have like a little notebook to keep track of what the fuck's going on.
No thanks.
And it's not. I don't want to work that hard.
I'm gonna watch DS9. Leave me alone.
Fucking right. DS9. I'm watching Battlestar or not Battlestar. Babylon 5 now, and I fucking love
good.
That show.
Babylon 5 is a good show.
That show is super great.
I need to watch that too. That's gonna be
this show. However, this episode is not super great.
Yeah.
J. Michael Straczynski, bro.
But
the fuck is this episode? Because he reveals that he was in the woods and he was like astral projecting into that room, and he just burns the notebooks and walks away. And I was like, what the fuck were the notebooks?
It didn't matter. It wasn't about that. It was about the message. It was about the message of authoritarianism.
What was the message?
Bad.
What was the message?
Authoritarianism is bad.
That's why I said obsolete man.
Yeah, that's all it is. That's all it is.
Obsolete man did it better? Said the same message better? Yeah.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Obsolete.
Yeah.
Obsolete.
Is that the one where they're in a room and there's a bomb?
Yeah. No, that's Jeopardy room. No, you're right. Yeah. Sorry.
Yeah, he made a bomb. Yeah, he kind of blooped out there. But yeah, it was that one. It's the one with Burgess Meredith and that guy from Reanimator and... You're obsolete, and they trick him.
Fucking Weaver.
Fucking wonderful, wonderful episode. Wonderful.
We had to do a redux, and it was a fucking joy.
Oh man, yeah, that was. I enjoy that episode a lot. Made my top 10 list.
Yeah. It's my number 2. Mm-hmm. So, and this one now will not make my number 2.
It was a big number 2.
I had a hard time remembering what was going on, and then once I saw the ending, I'm like, that's it. Yeah. The fuck! I went through all this effort to rewatch this episode that put me to sleep twice.
I'm so glad I ate dinner while it was on because
I think dinner. Tonight, if I'm still wired, I'll put this episode on and remote view into a fucking coma until tomorrow morning. It's that bad. It's really fucking dull.
It's I don't want to say it's incomprehensible, but it is. It's like it feels like it has ideas, but you're like. Wait, what?
Forgot.
Oh, you're not going to tell me that. Wait, what's going? Oh no, it's over.
You know what it feels like? It feels like when a dumb person goes into a room full of college people and wants to look intelligent and just starts making shit up and says stuff. And
I do that all the time.
Everybody's looking at you like, "The fuck is he talking about?"
My hands sweat.
Fine, yeah, come back, bro. Yeah.
Balloon.
Felt.
I know. That's what
it's
I said.
That scene in
Did you say smelled like 2 balloons?
Swelled.
Casey Affleck in Ghost
You're getting
Story.
there. Yeah.
You watch Ghost Story? Anyone?
Yes, Ghost Story. I've seen that.
You remember that scene where they kind of spell out the movie and it was like a hippie or like 2 hippies on table and he's like explaining like, what if we just go on forever? Like that sort of shit. It felt like that where it's like, what if you projection into a room and Like, it'd be fucking crazy, man.
This is a Twilight episode. This is a Twilight episode that was written by Theodore Logan from Bill and Ted's Excellent Adventure.
What if Rudy Mara ate a whole pie in one take and then puked?
You know what would make a good Twilight Zone is if Dean Stockwell was like in a room and he could just like astral project, but then he didn't, and the other guy did, and then they try to trick him, and he just totally fucking vanishes out of the room at the end. Like, whoa, mind blown, edgelord.
It's like if the movie Inception, they cut back and they're on the plane, they're like, "We got him." And they all nod, and
then it ends there.
They go through the airport, and they're like, and they kind of say goodbye without saying goodbye.
With that Hans Zimmer music playing in the background.
Then they cut to the guy there incepting, and he's like, he takes off the headset. Like, that would have been this ending. I was the one the whole time.
No, the ending would be. No, the ending of Inception would be the guy that he incepted. He's still on the plane, but there's blood coming out of his ears and nose because they killed him.
I like that ending better. I want you to re-edit. I want to see the Dick cut of Inception now.
Daddy love me. Whoa.
Hey, but make sure it's 4 hours long. Okay,
exactly,
so.
Bong, bong.
Yeah, you gotta have that Hans Zimmer bong.
He looks like the Ring victim. That's what he looks like at the end of the plane trip.
It's not really Hans Zimmer. It's that song slowed down to 1,000.
Well, no, because Hans Zimmer rips himself off.
Hans Zimmer makes noise. He doesn't make memorable soundtracks. He makes
if you
noisescapes.
Listen to the Thin Red Line soundtrack. It is the exact same music in Inception. The time theme is the same music. Except for like maybe 2 notes.
I'm just saying that slowed down bong noise is really that French song slowed down really far.
Yeah.
It's not even a joke.
Hans Zimmer thinks he's Philip Glass, and he just fails at it miserably.
It's Edith Piaf. That's who the girl
Fuck
is.
him.
Yeah.
2426, guys. It's such a lazy title. It's a film.
Yeah, it's in the college room 2426. He says it at the very fucking end. I'm like, oh fuck this episode. Just fuck.
Oh, is that what it was?
The name of the episode is where he supposedly said he had the notebooks hidden, but they don't even tell you if he did hide the notebooks there or if he just told Creeper guy that it was some bullshit or not. You know,
that's what I thought.
They just show him in the woods somewhere burning the fucking books. I'm like, did I miss half this fucking episode?
Well, no, because he went and got the books out of the college and went and burned them. That's what he did. Obviously.
But we don't really know where they were. Like
no, he told you. He said he was telling the truth. He
was telling the truth?
No,
so
he
went and got him.
Okay. Yes, that's exactly why.
Okay, so see, I didn't catch that.
Well, that's the thing.
It's so lazy the way it's portrayed. Yeah.
Because it's confusing because they do those stupid close-ups of Dean Stockwell.
Yeah.
Where like I thought it was.
Keep talking about the bathroom.
Number 2. Dean Stockwell, they have a close-up of Dean Stockwell. I thought he figured it out, like, this guy's a liar. This is all made up. It's phony. That's why he opens the curtains, because he knows it's a
speakers,
trick.
Yeah.
So he pulls it. Like, he pulls it knowing it's a trick. Like, I thought he was lying from day one.
At least set that up, because that's another movie that we saw that shit in. They did that shit at the end of fucking Captain America.
Yeah.
When he wakes up and he thinks he's,
This is all because of The Prisoner, so let's not forget the Patrick McGowan show from the 60s. That is very much The Prisoner.
Yeah.
Which is a good show, but it's an interesting show.
It's not a different new concept. This episode, it's like a bunch of lazy ideas thrown together. Thinks it has a deep message, but it does. All it is put you in a deep fucking sleep. Yeah. I don't know if this episode was designed to put you in a coma and make you feel like you remote viewed out of the fucking episode or out of the.
No, this was an episode written by a guy that loves The Prisoner and wrote his fan script, but with a shitty twist where it was like, what if he could teleport himself out of the island?
And it's the dumbest thing too. Is like these are supposed to be 2 really intelligent scientists. Like, if you really believe, you can go anywhere.
Well, that was the gist. It was,
and that was the other thing that pissed me off. Is
the irrational turns out the rational.
He says Gandhi, like Dean Stockwell says Gandhi. Nobody ever says Gandhi. It's Gandhi. You fuckhole, Gandhi.
No, he's talking about Terry Gandhi. She works down the hall of room 2426.
Gandy from last week at the fucking.
My secretary Gandy, she has the books. She has the notebook.
Gandy Williams, yeah, she's.
We went to Gandy's place, room 2426. We killed her. We got the books.
Fucking Gandy.
Yeah.
Is this an alternate universe where Gandy was put in prison and not Gandhi? It just irritated me. It's like
Bernstein Bears.
Bernstein Bears.
Yeah.
It's like Frank when he's always busting my chops about the other one where I don't say the name. He says the name differently from literally anybody else I've ever heard.
Well, I just kept thinking of Room 237 when I was watching this.
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, Room 237.
Why they did this.
Room 237 is fucking hilarious. It's the worst documentary I've ever seen. I never laughed so hard watching it. It's like I was trying to get on board with it, and the more it went on, the more I'm like, you're trolling the fuck out of me.
And you just used the right metaphor for Room 237. It's what if a stupid person was in a room full of smart people and he had nothing to say.
Yes.
That's Room 237.
It's like the character from Good Will Hunting when he goes in and the guy is trying to pick up girls in a bar by like quoting some shit he read in a book like last week, and fucking fucknuts goes up there and says, "Oh, is that your game? You just go up and read some bullshit you read in a book and
Vickers,
Vickers, yeah."
Let's go to Wahlburgers and get a burger and go talk about Vickers.
The long-haired guy. That long-haired guy is the same guy from Close Encounters of the Third Kind that was running off all the time. Barry, the kid that kept getting abducted over and over again in that movie. It's that guy. This episode is that guy. It's that guy from that bar from that scene. Realized it's a Twilight Zone episode. Fuck this episode. I give it a 4 out of 10.
I also gave it a 4 out of 10.
Only because Dean Stockwell is in this. That's it. He's in it. He's not trying, but he's there. He's getting a paycheck. Yeah.
It's got ideas. It's just none of it is followed through or explained.
But they're not original ideas, though. They're very heavily borrowed ideas from other shit that we've seen over the years, even before this.
It's like ideas of ideas. They're like, what if he did this? I saw this before. What if he was doing this? And this,
which is what Twilight Zone kind of is, but you can still be better with it. You know what I mean?
That's why I gave it a 4. It wasn't intolerable, but it is fucking slow and boring, and you don't understand what's going on until it's too late. By the time it's too late, you don't give a shit. So, yeah, I give it a 4.
That's the movie I was telling you about right there. 36 hours. This is really good because it tells you the setup from the start, and then you're supposed to figure out how he fixes. It's kind of like a good spy movie. You know what I mean?
Ooh, Rod Taylor, he's great.
Yeah, Rod Taylor.
Yeah, Rod Taylor's the bad guy in this one.
Ooh, that's a good choice.
Yeah, I think you guys would enjoy that one. I'd
good.
never seen it before. It popped up on one of those AMC shows, and it's one of those ones where I think I'm going to sit and watch the rest of this. You know, so held my interest. But that was written way before this bullshit here.
Written by I don't know how to say his name. Can you put it up again? Roald Dahl?
I just closed the tab. I'm sorry.
Roald Dahl. I have it right here.
Oh, Roald Dahl.
How do you say
he wrote James the Giant Peach.
Yeah.
Yeah, Roald Dahl. He did James the Giant Peach, BFG.
Yeah. All those.
What was the score?
Charlie and the Chocolate Factory.
7.3.
Yeah, Rod fucking Taylor's the bad guy.
Rod Taylor.
Yeah, they kidnap James Garner. They make him look like he's way older, and they tell him that World War II's over and they won, and they're trying to help him get his memory back, and they're using that as a ruse to try to get him to spill the beans as to when the invasion takes place.
It's like that Star Trek episode with Riker, but it was a lonely alien boy.
The Riker did that shit. That was a good episode, and also there was an episode of Enterprise that did a similar thing. They had a guy that they kidnapped. They're trying to get information on him. They had him in a shuttle looking like something else, and it was funny because they had the TV screens on the side of the windows. And you know that's exactly how they filmed that shit. But hey, they were using that in the fucking shuttle bay. You know, it was just cool. So I liked that one.
I will check that movie out.
36 hours.
Dick, rating?
4.
Okay, 4 all around.
4 is fine. That sounds good.
Big fat round of 4s. Fuck
it would be lower if it was really badly done, but it felt like someone cared, but they also didn't care enough to let you in on what's going on.
Well, I will say this. My dinner was an 8. The episode was a 4.
How was the French Love, though?
Oh, it's really very good.
Okay. Do you guys know what I mean when I say I was watching this and I'm going, I feel like I'm not a part of this. I feel like they're doing their own thing and they don't care if I'm interested or not.
Yeah. They're not trying to get you involed in whatsoever, because like I said, I kept mentally checking out because it's like, okay, I got it. Dean Stockwell, remote viewing. Wait, what did I miss? What?
But that is a testament to how good Dean Stockwell is, that we gave it a 4, not a 2.
Exactly. He's the one that saves it. He's just there.
Al. He's fucking Al, and he always will be. Yeah. It's a terrible episode, but he kept me interested because I'm like, no, he doesn't sign the.
They're going to do something good. They're going to use Dean Stockwell, and then clearly he's just there to collect a paycheck.
Yes, and it sucked. Well, I think he was more like, I was in the original show. Of course, I'll do the remake. Because this is the first remake of the Twilight Zone.
You motherfuckers don't deserve me.
This episode debuted on February 11th of 1989.
Wow.
When was his episode? IMDb. Someone talk.
I'm looking for that episode of Enterprise because I just want to know the name of it because it was good and they did the same thing. I don't want to find the episode.
February 11th, 1989, I was 7 years old.
I was 4. About to turn 5. I'm wondering when Dean Stockwell's original Quality of Mercy, when did that debut? That was December 29th, 1961. This is 89.
Damn.
You got 28 years there, right?
Shit. He's still alive.
Yeah, that's why I thought he was dead.
Exactly. Yeah,
he's one of those guys where I don't believe in the Berenstein Bears, but I believe in Dean Stockwell dying or not because I really heard he died and I believed it.
You're thinking Harry Dean Stanton?
No, Harry Dean Stanton I know is dead because look at that fucking guy.
He always looked like a corpse. Yeah.
He played cops in the 70s, and I go, that man.
I was amazed that he lived as long as he did because I'm like, the guy he's like Wilford Brimley. He's always looked like an old man. He was never young. Ever.
I'm okay now. Let me in. I'm better.
Really, I'm a lot better. Yeah.
Speaking of Twin Peaks, Harry Dean Stanton, he's they're just kicking. He was 91 when he died.
That's right. Yeah. No.
He's one of those guys who was quietly in a bunch of good movies. Alien, Green Mile. I've never seen Repo Men. Have you guys seen that?
I haven't seen Repo Man.
I've seen Repo Man, but I've not seen Repo Men.
Sorry, I meant Repo Man.
Repo Man, I have seen Repo Man. I have not seen Repo Man.
It's fucking weird. I think you'd probably love it. It's very punk. It's very...
no, it's punk I hate, though.
Oh, yeah? I don't know. I still think you might like this. This might... Because I didn't care for it, but I get why people like it. Does that make any sense? Like, there's certain movies... Like, a perfect example, like, okay... I don't personally get The Big Lebowski, but I get why people like it. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
It's not my thing. It doesn't do nothing for me.
I completely disagree with you, and if you're a fan of the humor in this show, I don't see why you don't get, Big Lebowski.
I'm not Coen Brothers, but yeah, this is the episode of Star Trek I was telling you about.
Oh, you don't get to move on. Coen Brothers are amazing.
Archer and the Xindi Degra are in a shuttle with Degra suffering from memory loss. Archer tells them they escaped together from a prison and that the insectoids took power after destroying Earth. It's the same setup, except the thing that's cool about this is they just open up on the episode and you're like, wait, what's going on? And
see, then you lost me when you said insectoids.
You don't find out till like halfway through the episode that they're just putting the guy on. You know what I mean?
I feel like there's a lot of Star Trek. There's a lot.
They recycle their own stories a lot. They do. Yeah. But they're, at least when they do it, they're somewhat clever about it. Like they'll put some kind of a twist on it. Because like you said, that one you're talking about with Riker, that one was really good too. When it was just a kid didn't want to be alone.
Yeah.
It was actually kind of a tearjerker.
That's a good one. I like that. Yeah. That's one of my favorite episodes. And then
it's really good. Yeah.
I just watched the DS9 episode where O'Brien was a clone, and he didn't know he was a clone, and it was like a reverse conspiracy theory episode where you thought, oh my god, the station's been taken over, but it was actually Miles O'Brien was an actual
the one that they
clone.
did that was clever with that, which is kind of like this, but again better written, is when they had Miles O'Brien and he did something that was kind of can be viewed as a real mild infraction, but the particular planet that he did it on, it was viewed as something really serious, and instead of sending him to prison, they gave him the memory that he'd been in prison for 20 years. And he had that in it. That shit was fucking deep.
That's
like,
good. Yeah.
This show is fucking great. Yeah.
Can I ask a question? Is Miles O'Brien gay? Do you guys think so?
Yes, he's gay for the Doctor on Deep Space Nine.
No, if anything,
those two guys are gay for each other. Yeah.
Julian Bashir is the one who was gay because Miles O'Brien had a wife.
I think Bashir is a two-way, but I think Miles O'Brien is gay.
Miles O'Brien had a wife and a daughter.
Him and Kiko had no fucking chemistry at all. Like she's like a lifeless corpse. He had a better love relationship with Bashir than he did with Kiko.
But
I love you, Keiko.
Egomaniacs have children with women so they can carry on their name, but they're also gay. So, like a gay egomaniac.
Elton John was married to a woman at one point.
I just said Elton John.
Who sued him?
Liberace, Michael Jackson. All of them had fucking children with women.
Yep.
No, Liberace didn't. He didn't have any kids.
I thought he did.
No, he had no kids.
Okay, I'm mistaken there. But the point is,
he was never married. He just pretended to have a relationship with.
The candle wasn't lit, Dick. Sorry.
Yes.
He didn't want any candelabras.
Need a little.
No bras involved here.
I just like giant cocks in my face, and I love it.
So does my brother. Really does.
Candelabra man thong.
You've seen Under the Candelabra, right? Or Behind the Candelabra?
My sisters told me so much about that movie. I don't need to watch it.
No, it's hilarious. It's a great movie.
I like Soderbergh, and I like
good. Yeah, it's a good movie.
Some people hate Frank hates Matt Damon.
I don't like Matt Damon. He's fine. I just he's picks good projects. He's just not the best part of them.
Adam, can you cancel your screen sharing? It's driving me crazy.
Oh, I'm sorry. No.
It's good. It's just sticking there, and I'm like keep hovering my mouse over it.
There we go.
But where the fuck were we? I'm not crying. I'm hiccuping.
You were thinking about that Picard episode. It's tearjerker, man.
I was actually thinking of insectoids. I was thinking of the Daleks. Whenever I hear like a Doctor Who episode and they say Daleks, I go, no.
I wish that show hadn't called them insectoids because they set that race up pretty cool, but then they started calling them insectoids. I'm like, yeah, it sounds like a fucking Saturday morning.
That's Voyager?
Yeah. No, that was Enterprise.
Oh, Enterprise, okay.
Enterprise was only 4 seasons, and it was about 1 season too many.
It was their version of the Borg. They're like, this will sound cool. Oh,
well, that's the thing is Picard, the Next Generation wanted to have insects, and the budget couldn't call for it, so they had the Borg instead of insects.
Well, I heard originally the Ferengi were going to be the big baddies of Next Generation,
and they went over like a lead.
Nobody liked them. Yeah,
nobody liked the space Jews, so instead they made the Borg.
Robot Jews.
Whenever I see like Jews. 80s movies that involve punk, I just go, no.
Well, maybe you won't like it then, because it's not just punk that it has a punk soundtrack. It's a punk type genre movie.
Yes, but when
the whole approach to it's punk.
That shit bugs me because it's always punk.
It's one of those movies where it doesn't spell out what's going on. You kind of just have to infer what the fuck is happening. It's closest thing I can compare to it would be like Eraserhead, something like that. You know what I mean? Like,
well, there you go.
Kind of like left up to your own ambiguity as to what exactly is going on.
I still have not seen Eraserhead. I need to watch that.
Well, I saw it and it gave me nightmares.
I saw the director's other movie about punks called Sid and Nancy, and it's fucking awful.
You don't like Sid and Nancy? Okay. Nancy, see, I like Sid and Nancy. Yeah.
When's the last time you watched it?
I watched it in my 20s.
I watched it 2 years ago.
Has it held up well?
It is fucking awful. It is not a coherent story. It's like them walking around. You feel like it's Hollywood. It's not made in Hollywood. It's a British movie, but you feel like let's do punk.
Kind of like La Bamba, but for punk.
Yeah. Well, it's about the last night they had together, last day together. That's all it's about.
No, it's just Sid and Nancy getting fucked up and being bullshit.
But it's the whole Nancy got murdered and Sid, they don't really say that Sid stabbed her, but you don't really feel he didn't.
I can't watch Sid and Nancy anymore though, because ever since the Kids in the Hall made fun of it, I always think of that skit with them doing they're doing like Wheel of Fortune or some shit with Sid and Nancy, and all I can think of is that skit now, so I can't go back and watch it again.
I just like what Gary Oldman said about it, because he goes, I never understood the movie and why people like it. I just thought it was about two losers.
He's fucking great. I love him. He's such an asshole and proud of it. Oh my god. Massive
He's my favorite actor.
He's a great
Garrelman's
asshole.
the best.
A very talented asshole.
Yeah.
Sam Rockwell is the new Gary Oldman. So.
Sam Rockwell is a genius. Yeah.
Those two are my favorite actors in the same.
If you're listening to this podcast and you don't go see Moon and you feel nothing when you watch that, you're dead to me. That's all I gotta say.
He's in so many good movies.
Yep. Matchstick Men, which
Teenage
also has Nicolas Cage.
Ninja Turtles.
Yeah. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh yeah.
He's Zaphra
Megathea.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Remember when they instead of cutting off?
Hey, you want to take a ride in my spaceship?
Yeah,
I fucking loved him in that.
Instead of cutting off his dick, they cut off his other head. He's just like, oh. He's so depressed.
That was the best use of John Malkovich I've ever seen in a movie.
Yeah.
His best line delivery is Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles.
Oh yeah,
where he goes, or the Shredder Clan. That's Sam Rockwell as a kid.
He's great.
Yeah,
Shredder Clan. That's all he says.
Security Chief Guy from Galaxy Quest, which we were talking about recently in another show.
Orville. Yeah,
how wonderful he is in Galaxy Quest. Just steals every fucking
That's a
scene.
movie I want to rewatch so bad.
Yes, sir.
Oh, it's good. It's good.
It's a
Yeah,
great time.
I remember
it's held up beautifully. Yeah.
You gotta watch the documentary about it. It's really good.
I have
that
on Amazon. Yeah, it's really good.
I have. There's a scene that you'll never see the same way ever again, and it's the scene where you first see Tony Shalhoub show up, and he kind of walks in. He does that little thing in the camera, and they said they did that take 78 times because Tim Allen could not stop laughing. Every fucking time he did, he'd lose his shit.
Never surrender a Galaxy Quest documentary.
And I loved how Tim Allen, I guess he was saying it was hard working with Alan Rickman because Alan Rickman just could not stand him because he wasn't an actor.
Best part of the fucking movie.
Well, Alan, but that worked for the movie because that animosity was there and it's palpable and it works. Yeah, oh, it's so good. But I guess they said there's a scene
where
Tim Allen is like starting to get emotional. He didn't like it. And then he goes, you know what? I got to take a break. And then Alan Rickman goes, oh, look, that comedian has finally found acting.
That is his character, too.
Has become an actor. How wonderful.
The fucking Shalhoub, he shows up he's got the paper bag in every fucking scene. And they says, what's with the paper bag? He showed up, he just brought that on and said, he says, my character's motivation is in this paper bag. And that was his fucking character through the whole movie. Yeah.
And I guess
thing, you know.
they said about that movie, Steven Spielberg almost fucked it up because he did not like the designs of the aliens, and he thought that joke was no good. He didn't like the joke because he says, "Oh, it's giving away the aliens. That's not funny to me." And everybody looked at him and they said, "Get the fuck out of here!"
Because Steven Spielberg has made so many wonderful comedies over the years. Can you just count how many of them?
Yeah, 1941. Yeah.
Wait, 1941. That was a movie, right? When did that
almost
come out?
destroyed his career? If it wasn't for Raiders of the Lost Ark, he wouldn't have.
Oh, that's right. That was that one time where he was trying to be Stanley Kubrick and make Doctor Strangelove, and it backfired. That's right. I remember.
I wouldn't even go that far. It wasn't even near that.
No.
Hey, AI was hilarious.
AI was fucking hilarious.
I
especially like the part where Ministry shows up about 1/3 of the way into the movie.
Literally him trying to be Kubrick.
That stupid movie is the only reason Ministry still exists as a band. Is that fucking movie? They were on Skid Row, Drugsville when that fucking movie came out. Like Al Jorgensen was pretty much close to death for the first time or the third time.
History with that band. I don't want to go down that.
Unfortunately, yeah, more history than I'd like to admit.
Let's wrap up by saying fuck this episode.
I hope this episode.
I hope this doesn't represent most of what the 85 version of the show has to offer. This is our first full episode.
You should probably mention, too, I know you mentioned it in a previous podcast, but if you're listening to this one for the first one, you said that we watched a 2002 episode. We expected to not like that one, and that one was way better than this one.
And the previous short. I call it a short that we watched of the 80s.
The short was better because it was short. It was short.
So it turns out the 2002 version so far is winning in this debate. Maybe this will be an ongoing thing. We debate 85.
It might be a nice little competition. Yeah, it's nice to know that we won't have to suffer through any more Jordan Peele universe anymore. Fuck that.
Hey, we have plenty of reduxes to go through. But I pulled 3 weeks worth of episodes from the Bingo Ball. and none of them are Night Gallery. So luckily,
thank Christ.
Talk about that. We have next week two episodes from the 2002 version. Week after that, we're doing a redux of the original show, luckily, and another 2002 episode. So next week is Evergreen, the first episode of 2002, and Another Life, episode 127 in my books. So stay tuned for those. The first episode, yay! Which means it's gonna be the worst. It just means it's gonna be terrible.
You should tell the audience, Phoenix, about the wonderful schedule that you made that we can all keep up with what's going to be on and what to keep up with. And yeah.
Nope.
All right, don't.
LIWstudios.com. There's a schedule there. Click on live. I forget what it says exactly, but it's upcoming live shows, whatever it says.
So you can watch it and know what the hell we're talking about in advance.
Yeah. If there's a video, I try to post it. I didn't for today because I was a little time crunch, but I will get around to that. But yeah, it's going to be on there if you're ever curious what we're going to do. I usually post on Twitter, but I stopped because the schedule I made was weird. But now it's official and it's on the website.
Yeah, you should probably go back to Twitter too.
I didn't leave Twitter. I'm just saying I posted like an image of what we did on Twitter, but it didn't work. So
the odds of people going to your Twitter before going to your website are way higher. Just saying.
I have more listeners to the podcast than I do people who look at the Twitter, though.
Oh, all right.
That's all I'm saying.
Fair enough.
Several thousand times more. So,
Mr. Rockstar here.
Yeah, I'm rolling in the. Oh wait, no, I'm not getting paid.
Who the fuck you think you are, Dean Stockwell?
I made enough money to pay for my putt golf game the other day. Off this.
There you go.
Yeah. Saved up for a couple of years and bought myself a putt golf.
Should have been a Patreon exclusive. You just videotape you playing a whole fucking game of golf and you upload that to Patreon.
Should have, but we were in the time crunch there as well because it's fucking Vegas. But all right, guys.
See, look, Dick still thinks he's watching the episode of 2426. He's just falling asleep just thinking about 2426.
I agree. It would be better as a Quantum Leap episode, and it's better if you consider it that. He was the original. Okay, he was stuck in the leap, and he got out, and then he became like the master. Got the controller after that.
Master Bader.
Yeah.
Master Blaster.
So today's episodes on
Blaster.
On the YouTube feed are Plagiarist, Goddess of Primal Fear, Hello, You're Important, Bye, and Inception of the Obsolete Marathon Man. Blah, blah, and blah. Yeah.
You put more thought into that synopsis than the scriptwriter did into this fucking episode.
I'm just reading my notes.
Your notes are more coherent than anything that this show had to say.
Yeah. So next week is definitely going to be more interesting because it's got a first episode. And I don't know what Another Life is, but it has a more interesting title than anything we watched today. So hopefully it's good. But
I guarantee it's going to have a Korn song in there somewhere.
For me, maybe two, because they're both from 2002. For me, LIWstudios.com, LIW The TZ Review on Twitter, and check out that because I usually post the video that we're going to do, but I didn't today because I was really rushed. But Adam?
RaidersOfLostFlicks.com, Raiders of Lost Flicks on YouTube, Raiders_OTLF on Twitter. Check out all of those things.
I already plugged the stuff last episode. Go listen to that.
Go back in time and no fuck up.
It's like,
the next thing you'll have Dean Stockwell read that for you.
All right, guys. Until next time, in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Adam Wilcox, fuck this episode.
Dick Dickett the Third.
So long, citizens. So long, Dean Stockwell. You a live person, apparently.
Rest in your retirement home.
I want a science fiction movie with Dean Stockwell and Sam Rockwell.
He was born in
those two people.
I just assume he's dead.
Yeah, I know.
I'm not wrong.
I mean,
no, you're not wrong.
After 2016, you just assume that everybody that you know is dead after 2016 because you started losing track like in the middle of the year. Like, fuck, him too? Him too? What? Him too? He's not even that old. He's like a couple years older than me. Fuck.
Well,
all right, bye.
Good day.